Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break. Brought to you by Sandhills Global. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks into the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen in studio. Bill Busch, live from, once again, the piano room. Bill, good morning. How are you?
Tell you one thing, when you call ahead to these hotels and they ask for a piano room, didn't know they have one in every hotel, but they do.
I mean, you've been in some small towns, some big towns. They all have the same setup, which is incredible to me. Really is.
That is incredible.
Steve looks very buttoned up as if it's brisk outside. I've not been outside today.
Well, he's in the
Buttoned up. I just have a hoodie on.
It's 57 degrees right now, Bill. It's not the warmest outside. It's not terribly cold.
It's not bad, though. I see where summer's coming back again at the end of the week, though. Can't get enough of it.
Seriously?
I see
80s.
I see 80s tomorrow and Thursday. Then I see 60s this weekend and 60s next week. So I still think fall has the potential to finally arrive for good until winter hits like in 2 weeks, I'm sure.
What is Minneapolis Friday night? What does that look like, Steve? What have you heard?
Hold on, Bill. Jake is looking up.
Yeah,
hey, while he looks that up, when I got out of my truck, I thought, God, Bill's going to love this today. It's perfect.
And I do. I love the crispness. This Sunday was 86. So
yeah, he like that. You were pissed. Can I say pissed?
Yeah.
You were pissed.
It was windy and it was hot. It was odd. Bill, Friday, the high in Minneapolis is 71 with the chance of rain. Low.
Okay, not bad then. Not a bad day. Probably about 60 at kickoff, probably.
Yeah, last night I was at the house. I noticed it was about pitch black at 7 p.m.
Yes.
Which Bill was excited about. I'm a little bit bummed because it means your outdoors time is going away.
It is.
It affects our lawn mowing time, Jake.
It does.
We have to be much more. I used to start mowing at like 8, and now it's now you got to start it. I got to be started by about 5:50 to get it done.
If you mow at 8, you get the headlamp on at that point. Headlights.
Get the headlamp on at that point.
You're not mowing without lights at that point. Right
That's
now.
not a good situation.
I have to discuss this with Sophia. I just walk over and hand her a $50 bill. And it's perfect.
What time do you start mowing, Sophia?
Anyway, yeah, it's beautiful out. It's a gorgeous day.
Yes. You know what? Last night, idle chit chat. The sports were good.
Was it? Help me out.
We talked about on the area. So there was 2 baseball games and 2 football games. Which my thoughts on having 2 Monday football games. It should be 1. However, I did watch both last night. Falcons beat the Bills. Zip.
Ooh, Bills
24-14. The Bills' offense is broken. It looks bad. They can't move the ball. It's not right. Something's wrong. And here we are. The Patriots were supposed to have 40 years of hell for all the success they had for 20 years to Brady and Belichick. And now here they are in week 6, back on top of the AFC East at 4-2. It's early. It's early, but Drake May looks good. Mike Vrabel, we all know, is a good coach, and they only had 5 years of hell. Here we go. Thank you.
Can you imagine the excitement back in Boston right now?
Yeah, it's good for them.
Something.
Good for them.
What's wrong with the Bills? Is it up front?
I mean, the receivers aren't great. They just So the Falcons are because the Falcons they've had some weird scores. They got beat by the Panthers 30-0 this year, and they shut down the Vikings on the road a week earlier, and they shut down the Bills last night. I mean, 14 points to Buffalo. That's a low score for them.
Yeah, 100.
They put up points.
What was the other game?
The Bears beat the Commanders. Last second field goal by Jake Moody, former Niners kicker, got caught a couple weeks ago.
I'm listening. I'm just
25-24, 3 straight dubs for the Bears.
Wow.
3-2 now under Ben Johnson. Lost their first 2 games and now have won 3 straight games.
Good.
How long was that field goal, Jake? I didn't make it up for that one. I did watch the end of the Falcons game. That's when I was done.
Field goal was 38 yards for Jake Moody. He did have 1 blocked earlier in the game, but I think he made 4 field goals in the game, 4 for 5. He looked good. Bears offense was good. The Bears were down by 2 with like 3:30 to go in the game. Commanders were in Bears territory, and it was like a 3rd and 1, and Jaden Daniels fumbled. Bears jump on top of it at their own 45, moved the ball very well. It was kind of a rainy game. It was sloppy, but if you're the Bears, you won a sloppy game at last year's one of last year's NFC title game teams. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is.
For not playing your best football last
Two good games.
And then in baseball, the Mariners beat the Blue Jays 10-3.
Well, what's going on, Rudy? Give us some answers here.
It was in Toronto, Rudy.
Blue Jays pitching has been absent the entire, it was
Are they throwing underhand? Are they throwing like softball pitches?
It appeared so.
10.
It was a home run fest for the Mariners yesterday, 10-3. And then last night, I watched the end of this game. Dodgers-Brewers, game 1 in Milwaukee. Dodgers lead 2-1 in the 9th. Bases loaded.
Okay.
For a name named Bryce Terang is the hitter. He's about to get hit by a pitch to tie the game up. He moves his legs so he doesn't get hit, and he's pissed. Like, why'd I do that? That was going to be the tying run. I'm on first. Base is still loaded, and it's 2-2. Instead, 2 pitches later, he swings at a ball that was over his head. Basically, a tomahawk to lose.
Show us again, Jake.
Strikeout. What's that?
Jake, show us again one more time.
All right, right up there.
Swinging a ball over his head?
Like he's chopping down a limb on top of a
So
tree.
he avoided a walk.
No, he avoided
Being hit.
A pitch, yeah.
So if he gets hit by the pitch, the game's tied and still bases loaded.
Yeah,
with Blake training on the mound for the Dodgers. Instead, he avoids getting hit. He strikes out on a horrendously high pitch, and the Brewers lose 2-1 to the Dodgers in game 1 of the NLCS last night. Good night of sports. Thank you, Monday.
I did have Seattle Toronto on. I had to write.
That was not a great game.
Wrote 3 articles yesterday. I was working till 9. I just see nothing basically. Just had Seattle Toronto on.
So you saw the worst game of the night then. The route of the evening.
What's on tonight?
Well, we've got Tuesday Night Football.
Yeah, what is it?
We've got 3 games. It's not matching, but I think it's the Sun Belt who's playing. I'm gonna get this pulled up.
Sun Belt.
Still a conference.
It's incredible games. It's incredible.
Disbanded.
Tomorrow's schedule's unbelievable. I think tomorrow's the great one. They got UTEP at Sam Houston.
That is tomorrow. Okay, tonight we got 3 games. New Mexico State at Liberty. That's at 6:00 on the CBS Sports Network.
Okay.
Arkansas State at South Alabama, 6:30 on ESPN2, and FIU. That's our boy Pitbull at Western Kentucky, 7 p.m. ESPNU.
We haven't heard much of Pitbull and FIU. It's been kind of a
well, they're 2-3 this year. Sadly, that's a road game because if at home we play the music for him.
Is Pitbull the head coach?
He might as well be.
Who is the head coach?
I have no idea.
We have no idea who the head coach of Florida International is.
Should we though?
Are we sports fans or not?
It used to be what's his name, McIntyre from Colorado.
That I think he was 2 ago.
Yeah, was it 2 years ago? You got let go?
2 coaches ago. I don't know. Hold on, I'm going to look it up though.
Yeah, I don't feel too bad about not knowing the current head coach at FIU. That's not a miss.
It's not
for us.
Okay,
it's not a miss for us. We've known who it is in the past. Right now, I don't know who that is. But
I'm gonna call it up and then give you a hint.
Okay, we don't think it's McIntyre anymore, though. We don't think it's Mike McIntyre, former Colorado head coach.
No, we don't.
Okay. While you're looking it up, by the way, there's more baseball tonight. Also, if you want to watch some more baseball, Game 2 NLCS. That'll be tonight at 7:08. Dodgers at the Brewers on TBS. Again, the Dodgers lead that series 1-0, beating the Brewers 2-1 last night. Do you have the coach yet?
Yeah, I do, and I can't even give you a hint as to who he is.
We couldn't get close.
He was born in Tallahassee. He was as a player, he was a quarterback at Clemson. Now I'm just reading. I'm sorry, I'm reading from ChatGPT. He was a player at Clemson and later the Citadel. He was he also was a head coach at Florida A&M until 2023.
I don't have that one.
Does that help?
No.
His first name is Willie.
It's not Taggart, I bet.
Nope.
I don't have one.
Willie Simmons.
It's not Willie Fritz, Willie Taggart, but nope. Willie Simmons.
Willie Simmons.
All right, he'll be up. Big night tonight for FIU.
Go Panthers.
There you go.
Right? Panthers. FIU.
Yeah. Yes, it is the Panthers.
Bill, idle chit chat for you.
Not much really like that. We have a nice event here today that I have to attend this morning. So I got here last night, and so I went and met up with a bunch of people from the event last night, which was awesome. And then I got several meetings today in the town. I'm in the town of Omaha right now, just down the street.
Where are you?
Street. Yes, just down the street. I'm in Omaha.
You don't have to disclose exactly where you are.
He's in the piano room, that's for sure.
Yeah,
I'm in the piano room at that. So yes, I have an early talk this morning, and then I'm off to a row of meetings the rest of the day.
Programming note here. I'm gone. We're leaving Thursday.
What time?
9. So I'll do
Really?
most
9 a.m. Thursday?
9 a.m. Thursday.
Thursday, 9 a.m. Thursday.
Not
So
Friday.
you'll be here till what, 8:30?
Yeah, I'll be here Thursday
Yeah.
for most of the
show.
show.
Friday.
I'll leave.
I did assume you'd be gone Friday for that. So
Yeah, 8:50.
Yeah, Friday we had assumed that. We just didn't know you guys were taking 4 days off for the event.
I was
here.
startled by it. I got to admit, I was startled by it. We have
This all goes back to what steakhouse you're going to, right? You have to get there in time for the reservations.
we're going to Cove in
Yeah.
Adina.
Unless I'm wrong, it's what, 6 hours to Minneapolis, 6.5 max. You get there at 3 the day before the game.
There's few. You can talk to Sean about this on Wednesday. He loves going on the road. Just love.
Oh, we're bringing this up Wednesday for sure.
Yeah, he loves. I mean, he always looks at it as an adventure. This is an adventure. So yeah, it's fine.
It's a vacation, a short vacation.
Kind of. So yeah, that's it. I'll be out on Friday again.
Okay, I was expecting that, so I didn't think you'd leave it at 9 a.m. Thursday for a I'd
I'm
rather.
assuming, Jake, you're out Friday too.
I'll be here. I'll be here.
I have to ask now because I guess we're not doing Friday days anymore. So I have that.
Oh,
I was assuming you're out.
I'll be here. No, incorrect assumption, Bill. I will be here on Friday. It's all good. That's all I got for Idle Chit Chat. Anything else?
What else is going on? No, I got I'm in bad work bore mode.
3 articles yesterday.
Yeah.
Busy.
Yeah. And there's a tree limb down in the alley. I forgot to deal with that. Oh, yeah, breaker from LES. So when I got to Trix's yesterday, the guy just approached from LES and said, "You got a big limb down." He's probably listening right now. Thank you.
Good morning to him.
Good morning to him.
Good morning to LES. Thank you.
Yes, we appreciate you.
And
all LES.
And I forgot to deal with it yesterday, so I apologize. I'm going to go in the morning and do it. But thank you to him. He said, "We listen to you. I listen to you guys every single morning." So the problem with that is he knows who I am, and I didn't deal with that big limb. So, but sorry, I'll deal with it today. Immediately after the show.
I got people last night from Sydney, Nebraska. Sydney, that's a ways out there. Guess what? Loyal breakers. He goes, we're at a little gathering. He goes, should I go hash holes? And I went, and I came back at him with a Randy.
Good job.
How loud was the Randy?
It was limited, kind of like that one was right there.
Should have belted it.
I think you should. I think I pronounced Adina wrong. Is it Edina? How is it? Edina?
Who?
The town in Minnesota.
I don't know. Edina.
I think we knew where you were going to be. So I think the breakers do. Can they stop by? Would you be uncomfortable if someone stops by for a photo op and an autograph if they know?
No, that's enough.
They should though. You know that they can.
It's you and Sean. It's the voice of Nebraska. You and Sean are both there.
Robin.
At least a selfie. Can they
do a selfie with you?
What? Don't give me those words. He's mouthing bad things to me over here. It's fine. People can take a selfie with you.
That's fine. Well, there's one other thing we were going to add here.
Idle Chit Chat.
Yeah.
You'll think about it.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
That is Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by 738 Ag. You need seed, chemicals, fertilizer, or someone to run the sprayer for you. 738 Ag runs the whole show. Custom application included. Learn more today at 738ag.com. Joey's probably busy right now, Bill.
Oh, it's the big time. I mean, I tell you one thing, harvest has cranked up again. Harvest is going. Yeah, harvest is going. We got some nice weather, dry. So things have been going right now. The fields there's not a lot of dust in the air because there's been a little bit more moisture, but they were harvesting major on the way over to Omaha yesterday.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of it. I've never been as in tune with it. I have never been as in tune with it as I am now because we've become an ag show.
We're an ag show. Now we do ag. Yes.
one thing I was going to say is Bill's shout outs. I have come to like the Co more than
the Co.
Yeah, of the shout outs, the Co for me has nudged ahead of Randy.
You've always liked the Co.
The Co.
One for sure.
Yeah, I like that one.
The Co. Well, thank you.
That's a good shout outs. That's the best one though. Do that one good today.
Never be afraid, Bill, to yell Randy loudly though.
I like that
anywhere
one
you're
too.
at.
Don't get me
anywhere
wrong.
You're at.
Don't get me wrong. I love that one. There's something about the Co that gets me every time.
It does. You laughed every time for 6 months.
It's good. Done right then, Bill. That was for sure. 464-5685. Call or text as always. Of course, yesterday the news was Matt Rule at the podium discussing the win over Maryland, but mostly addressing some rumors off the bat. Of course, this was an early question, as it should have been. Matt Rule asking about the Penn State rumor at the press conference. Here's his response to that yesterday.
Yeah, well, I love Penn State. Met my wife there. It's my alma mater. Fan since I was born. I I think, probably had a Penn State shirt when I was born. I love Pat Kraft. And really sad to see Coach Franklin go. You know, when you think about what he did for my alma mater, you know that program was in peril, right? I mean, the players, if people remember, like the historic sanctions, you could transfer out, you could do whatever you want. Bill O'Brien comes in, stabilizes it for 2 years. James takes over a program in disarray and gives stability, excellence, and to see videos of people like yelling at his kids, and like I just don't understand why in our country, like right now, like coaches are villains. Like, you know how hard I worked in Carolina, and the things that were said to me, or you know how hard I work here, and some of the things that are said, our coaches work here, how hard Sat worked last year. So I'm just really sad about that part of it. And people say, well, you make a lot of money. Making a lot of money doesn't make your kids feel good when they're hearing that. Make a lot of money. It's nice to make a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but still people. So I really respect James Franklin. Troy and I are in unbelievable relationship too. And Troy and I are in constant communication about this program and where we're headed. I came here for two reasons. I love the community here and wanted to live here, and I love it here. And I wanted to rebuild Nebraska football. And, Troy and I understand the steps that you need to take to make us Big Ten champions and national champions. This place is elite. And I want to be a great father, and I want to be a great college football coach. And so, I'm not going to talk a lot about job openings when they come. Maybe it's been a while here, but this is what happens when you win. I've dealt with it. We've won at Temple, and I dealt with it all the time. I've dealt with Baylor. I'm not going to talk about those things ever. I'm not going to talk about my contract here. I'm going to talk about the team. But I absolutely love it here, and I want us to continue to take the steps needed for us to turn this thing into a beast. And players all across the country want to come here. We have the best facilities. We have elite fans, and I'm just looking at the future. So, but again, I love that place. I love Pat. I love James Franklin. Sad that came to an end. I wish him the absolute best, but I'm really happy here and excited to get going this week on Minnesota.
Okay, so there's Matt Rule on the Penn State opening yesterday.
The consensus was that was not a convincing denial.
Agreed.
Right. It wasn't. I mean, I don't think it was, and not that that really even matters that much. It's just at this point, it's just words. I don't agree that coaches are villains. I understand where he comes from. They can be highly criticized, but we all are. Everybody's in the world, basically, in this new world we're in, is subject to intense criticism on various forms of social media. So I don't really feel sorry for him on that count. Everybody gets that, but nobody's really immune to that at all. I don't think coaches are unique in that regard. Yeah, they get heat. I mean, but everybody gets heat. We get heat.
Yes.
Yes, we do. So yeah, he talked a little bit more. You can get into. There's Amy Just of the Journal-Star asked a really good question, but yeah, I didn't think it was. I thought maybe the denial would be a little more convincing than that. Not that it matters all that much.
Yeah, I concur with that. It's like I said it yesterday. For all Husker fans, I see why it's a big point of interest like that. Do the best you can to just you have no control, nothing over it. Worry about Minnesota. Season's going really well. That's all the great things with it. And so I said to get the number of things that you see and read, and then it's kind of funny as some people make a case that he shouldn't leave because he hasn't won. As fans want him to stay, he shouldn't leave because he hasn't won enough big games,
Right.
which I think is bizarre. You know,
Right.
it's like
a little convoluted, right?
It sure does.
yeah, it's kind of like that. Why he can't leave Nebraska? He hasn't won. It's the same. He has the same issue that Franklin had, and so he needs to stay here. And I don't know what that is either. Really, that's kind of an odd take on it. But like I said, in this world like that, that's all you worry about is what's going on right now. And right now, you have a really good football team.
You do, and you knew this was a possibility. You always knew that if Penn State opened, this was a possibility. You just didn't know it was going to open this quickly. So it's open. Here we are. The conversation's real, and it doesn't have to be horrible. It is good. It is good in some ways, as he pointed out, that they're winning at a high enough level that his name is, I would say, atop the list. I mean,
as of yesterday, yeah, it was number one in terms of the best odds to be the next coach at Penn State.
Yeah. You continuously always hear Signetti. It's a random thought. Now, I haven't talked to anyone, but I just don't see Signetti leaving. And I don't see any way that Indiana is not in the playoffs, which takes, and you think Signetti would just all of a sudden go to the Big Ten championship game and just leave and go to Penn State, leave his team not in the playoffs, don't coach him in the playoffs. I mean,
no chance.
They don't play a ranked team the rest of the year. Indiana doesn't. And so, I mean, they have a chance to be. So I don't see how he would ever. The first they could hire Signetti would be like January 25th.
Could you hire him and then just say he's coaching Indiana through the season?
Oh, you could, but think how ugly that would be.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That would be a very ugly scene. But again, to each his own. If that happens like that, I just don't feel that Signetti. I don't think he wakes up in the morning. That like I've got something such going on now. His storyline with what's going on. The only thing that can get you out of this would be you go to Penn State and you win a national championship. And if you don't, it's an epic fail, in my opinion. If you leave Indiana to go to Penn State and you don't win it all in your career, epic fail. So that's a major pressure now.
Right. No, you're right. If you're a Nebraska fan and you like Matt Rule and you want him to stay, you hope that Signetti is interested, but I'm with you. I don't see it. Sean has compared the situation to Bill Snyder at Kansas State. Snyder would have been viable at other schools when he was in his prime, I don't think he ever, Bill, I don't know about you, but I never really thought of him leaving Kansas State.
It's kind of funny because really we should have thought that. And I didn't either. I never really thought of him. That's odd, isn't it? It's like you just never thought of it to like, okay, he's going to go to, why would he not be considered at Alabama back in, there had been a time when Bill Snyder probably had been viable at Alabama, and you just didn't hear that.
No, and I think Signetti is similar in that. Come on, I mean, the parallels aren't perfect, but in that regard, I see it the same way. I just don't see him leaving Indiana.
Yeah, it's not like that. Trust me, I've never been in this position before, but if Bill Busch was the head coach at Penn State in the same situation and Nebraska called me, I'm taking the job. I'm coming back to Nebraska. It's where I'm from there. I have ties to it, all that. There's a lot to that. So I think you have to look at that a little bit when someone says that you can't even consider that. Hang on a second, and but he's not going to lose any focus on this year's team, and that's all that matters right now is this year's team.
That as far as that goes, Jake, the question that Amy asked was, how do you talk to the team about this? You have that by any chance?
Yes. Here we go.
I'm their coach, and I love them, and we're rolling. That's it. Like I'm the most with them. I'm going to be as honest as possible. So, with everything, I'm their coach. Let's rock.
There's another one about is there frustration towards the distractions after this win? Yeah. Here's Matt Rule yesterday on that.
No, this is good. It's way better than when I was in Carolina and I was on the hot seat. I mean, again, but nothing has happened. Like people are like, nothing has happened. Like a job's open. You just in fairness, and this is about our players. Like this is because our players are so good. But like you guys think when we were 5-3 my first year, do you think any schools called me then? We were 5-1 last year. Do you think anyone called me then? Yeah, this is part of the deal. Like I'm the Huskers coach. Like this is a great job. next. You know what I'm saying? I'm not frustrated. Now I'm worried about Minnesota. And so, but this is a good thing. It just hasn't happened here in a while, but it's going to happen. And it's like the people are going to want to hire Dana, and people are going to want to hire, like they wanted to hire Tony White last year. It's just, it's all good stuff. It's all good stuff.
He seemed a little edgy to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
People said he just didn't seem like himself yesterday. Very, on edge.
Well, and I understand that he's going to go to a podium and address a situation. Is this a situation? Is what it is. It's a situation. I mean, that's
just had a big road win,
yeah.
And now the story is: are you going into Penn State, your alma mater, place that you've said you wanted to coach before in the past?
And he can't. Now. This is where my opinion is, Bill and Jake. He can't shoot it down.
No,
he can't.
No,
because it's a possibility.
Sure.
So that's opinion, but it's informed opinion. He's not going to get up there and shoot. I didn't expect him to necessarily just. Sometimes guys can be a little more convincing in their denials, even though you know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard it many times, and he wasn't very convincing in his denial, and I shouldn't really have expected him to be because of the situation. So that is, it's not going away. That's the other thing. This isn't going away.
Yeah.
This isn't a one and done. We're going to be talking about this a lot.
Yeah. Probably better that it came out right now mid-season.
Okay.
Than it would be game 8 or 9. Then all of a sudden it just, okay, now you're right at the end of the year. I think there's a chance for Nebraska fans and for the team and everything for it to kind of go away a little bit. Not go away like it's not going to happen. Like all of a sudden it's going to – this will calm down. This will calm down. And so that's what I would look at. It's like, but this thing pops week 10 or this thing popped, just say they let Franklin go right before the Iowa game.
Yep.
Then there's just all kinds of chaos and communication. Also, it's an odd job. There's the blue bloods, and Nebraska is one of them. That has there ever been a Nebraska coach leave Nebraska?
Well, no.
No one's ever left Nebraska for another job.
Nope,
never happened.
Never happened. I don't know if anyone ever left USC for another job. Well, John Robinson went to the Rams. You can just look at different scenarios, but there's several schools like Nebraska where no one's left, and so that's why it's unique to the fans.
Good point.
Yeah, this is still never going to be a stepping stone job. This is one extreme situation where the head coach is a Penn State alma mater.
God, I hope it's not going to be a stepping stone.
I don't think it will, but this is an extreme example of someone that the job's open at his place he went to school at, the place he loves.
We knew this could happen. We just didn't know it was going to happen this quick.
I mean, I can't speak for him, but Steve, you speak for him. What happens if year 4 at Nebraska, winning 9 games a year under Bo Pelini, and Ohio State opens up?
Oh, I don't think so, Bill.
You don't think so? I wonder. I just don't know. You would know that better than me. And I worked with Bo, and I've never asked him that question.
The way I understood it is he wasn't that interested in going to Ohio State.
Gotcha.
I don't look at it like this. Now, I've had people say, Sipple, you're wrong, but that was based on conversations with Bo himself, and maybe Bo was just saying it. But no, it wasn't like this. Now that you mention it, Bill, it wasn't. Okay. If Ohio State ever opens, Bo is gone, and I don't even think it was as much. I don't think Bo would have had as much steam behind him as Rule does. So it was a little. That's just my opinion. That Bo wasn't very experienced, as a head coach. It was his only head coaching job, Nebraska. So this guy's been in the NFL. He's had 2 jobs.
Yeah, there's not many. There's candidates out there, but I mean, the strongest one really is Coach Rule, because I just don't think that Cignetti is it. I don't think
Manny Diaz.
Manny Diaz would be good. He'd be a good someone good. Now the one that he doesn't have ties to it, and he's never the one outside the box guy I thought of yesterday, because he interviewed for several NFL head coaching jobs and he was on staff at Penn State, was Joe Brady with the offensive coordinator with the Bills, and no one's mentioned his name. I just know he was very good at at Penn State, and has some ties to that. And then again, that's also he would have to leave the Bills. He'd have to leave the Bills, with 4 games to go for something like that. And that's way, way, way outside the box. But there's not a ton. There's always names, but what are like really strong names?
No, here's the thing. Like Joe Klatt threw out names. He threw out names, and it's just exactly what I came away thinking exactly what you're thinking. He had Cignetti as the big swing. You take a big swing at Cignetti. You don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. Jake doesn't see it happening. I don't see Cignetti going. Then it's Rule, and then it's Diaz. Diaz, who's third on Klatt's list, and he's at Duke, and he's 16-9. Excuse me, he's not. He's better than that. He's 13-6 at Duke after being fired at Miami for going 16-9. And then he has an under the radar guy, Brian Hartline, who he would say is like back in the day, like Kirby Smart, Dan Lanning, where guys who had never been head coaches.
How would that go over at Penn State? Getting
Brian
Ohio
Hartline,
State offensive coordinator, right?
Yeah. Ohio State offensive coordinator.
Wouldn't you want a head coach?
Yeah, he's under the radar.
Now again, like you said, Dan Lanning was not a head coach. He went to Oregon, and it's worked out for him.
And Kirby was not a head coach.
Correct. Those are instances worked out.
I don't see it though. He didn't portray it as, he said this would be an under the radar, take your chances on this, Brian. But Bill's right. I don't see any list of anybody where you're like, oh God, yeah, that's the guy right there.
And also to add to that, there's a really good chance that more jobs open. Don't think for a second that Florida's not a good job if that opens. That's an SEC team that's won multiple national championships.
Oh, it's gonna start shaking, isn't it?
And so if you think in 3 years from now you don't see Florida in a national championship game, that's not true. I mean that's a place that can get back so fast. Talk about players in your state.
Oh God.
And so that's another job. So there's going to be other jobs and other lists and things going on. They're going to be very, very interesting.
Now,
And so, but I think it's hard now. When I say Nebraska fans shouldn't spend the energy and worrying about it, it's also the same time when someone tells you, don't worry about it. Well, you're still going to worry about it. I get that part.
Nebraska fans are worried.
Yeah. But you just don't want to get into where it's just like this, a heated debate where it's just back and forth with and also with this being said, you can just go through the history of coaching and say, you know what, someone left and they brought someone in that just killed it. I just don't want Nebraska fans to think that if he chose to take an opportunity that he felt was better for himself and his family, that it's like, look at Memphis. Memphis had Fuentes, did really good, left. And they brought in Norvell, did really good, left. Now their current coach is the hottest guy on the market, 6-0. So there's coaches out there. Tell me about the fanfare that besides the crazy statements, how excited was the country about Cignetti going to Indiana?
Not that.
Zero.
That's at zero. And right now he's one of the greatest stories in college football. So there's other people out there too. And so, but when you read stuff online, you read a lot of it's not, I don't know if it's 50-50, but that's what you see. But a lot of it is like next man up. If he moves on, Nebraska's fine, we'll be fine. And then the next person's chiming in with just the opposite.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard.
It's
hard. You're looking at starting over, and I think that's unappealing to a lot of people.
Now, there's a name we've talked about in the last few weeks that's frustrated at his current place. Has won a lot of games there. Has won championships at his current place. I'm curious. Shoot me down if you want to. If it gets weird at Clemson,
okay.
Could Dabo Swinney get in the conversation at Penn State? If it becomes to a point where we get to, hey, it's just better for both to mutual split, go other different directions. If that program goes 7-5, 6-6, they think it's time for a change. Would that's an out there name for you.
Dabo would he be more likely to look at Penn State
or an SEC school?
I'd say he would stay in that region. Yeah, that region.
Just put an out there.
Oh, I got
for you.
Oh no, it'd be.
I don't expect that to happen.
It'd be a hellacious if he just all of a sudden said, you know what, kind of like the idea of going to Nebraska. I would not think you'd turn away Dabo Swinney at all.
No, I don't think you would do that either. But the interesting part of it is that when you say, well, that's not happening, remember we woke up one morning and all of a sudden Lincoln Riley was at USC.
Right.
Yep, that was
And
That was one that, I
a
mean,
lot of people said that's not happening.
they had, I think, twice, right, been to the playoffs, in the Final Four playoffs at Oklahoma. I know we played them, and they lost a magnificent game to Georgia in the Rose Bowl that they shouldn't have lost to get to the national championship game. And all of a sudden, you're like, oh, look at that, he's at USC. So never know when all of a sudden you wake up and something weird happened.
Yeah, it's so funny. We're doing a Nebraska hot board.
It's funny. All right, what do you got?
Over 14th, mid-season. Nebraska's 5-1.
We got a hot board going.
Here we go.
Oh, hey, Sip. Imagine
What?
this one.
What?
Imagine this one on it. That Fitz Magic.
Stop.
Fitz Magic. That was just
You pointed out he was 4-20 in his last.
It was 4-20. His last few seasons, he was 1-11. He's the hottest name out there. Oh.
Well,
Yeah, he gets talked. You know what? He's talked about though. It's
He'll have a job. He'll have it.
somewhere. Absolutely. Fitzgerald, it ended poorly, but he's still had a great tenure. I mean, good tenure.
No,
It's not great. Good tenure.
no. He's listen. 4-20 is 4-20, but he's viable. He's viable. Is he viable here? I don't want to talk about Nebraska's
yeah,
job.
well, I was talking about Dabo at Penn State, not Nebraska.
Okay.
That was no.
Oh, you were. I thought you were talking about.
No, I said Dabo at Penn State.
Yeah, I was wondering where Steve came up with that one. So I'm thinking, I was thinking Dabo to Penn State. All of a sudden, Sipple's like, hey,
no, he's not. He would not come here. But
that's what I thought you were
said.
saying.
What Dabo considered Penn State?
My
is
bad.
Out there. Out.
What if all of a
there.
sudden Sipple's texting my wife Laura? Is it true that Dabo's looking at homes in Lincoln?
Yeah, I don't want to confuse. I mentioned out there for Dabo to Penn State, not Nebraska.
Well, now hold on. I think Bill, wouldn't he fit at Penn State?
Yeah, sure he would.
Just fine.
If it goes,
Just fine.
Don't be surprised if the Penn State, which we already know is open, that there is somebody that takes that job. You go, oh whoa, didn't see that one coming. A sitting head coach at a very good job that is in no way in any sort of trouble. And all of a sudden, there's just think this too. Is there not, how many good coaches are there in the Big 12? A lot.
Several.
A lot of good coaches in the Big 12. Every coach in the Big 12, except for probably Kalani Sitake and probably Kyle Whittingham because of his age and he's probably close to retirement, would take that job.
Mm-hmm.
ACC, besides Dabo and besides Cristobal, who wouldn't take that job? Why wouldn't you talk to Brent Key at Georgia Tech?
You should.
Why wouldn't you? I mean,
you absolutely should.
I mean,
wonder.
there's so many sitting coaches that want that job. Don't tell me that Jed Fish doesn't take Penn State over Washington. You don't think?
I think
that?
so.
What about Lincoln? What about Lincoln Riley to Penn State?
This could be the premier job that's open. I mean, it is right now. I mean, it is.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
The premier job.
It's going to be fascinating next month and a half.
They, like I said, January 9th, they were one bad pass away from going to the national championship game.
And now they're without a head coach.
Yeah. I just can't. I went over it yesterday. I kept thinking about that last night. It's just like, here we go. Second overtime, down 6, first and 10th and 25, 111,000 people. All of a sudden,
it completely fell apart.
3 weeks later, gone.
They had two of the easiest games in the schedule and lost them both. They get home Northwestern. Terrible.
And if all they had to do is just win the easy ones and they lose to Ohio State, they're still in the playoffs. Still in the playoffs. Not now.
Oh, yeah. Before we get to break, if you were hungry for a breakfast, brunch, or lunch in the downtown Lincoln area, Bill, where would you send the breakers this morning?
That bird.
Early Bird, 19th and K. It's open with free and spacious parking. They've got breakfast nachos, breakfast tacos, waffles, pancakes, French toast, boats of gravy for your chicken fried steak.
Gravy boat.
And don't forget to have a hash hole.
Hash hole.
So quiet in the hotel.
Yeah, you
I
we respect that.
Really nice hotel.
Yeah.
You got to show some restraint.
Early Bird, 19th and K in downtown Lincoln. Open right now all the way till 2 p.m. every single day, 7 days a week. Stop by for breakfast or lunch. When we come back, I'll look at Emmett Johnson when we come back in early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, I'm Sarai, your personal banker here at Midwest Bank. I'm proud to serve our community in English and in Espanol because everyone deserves a banker who understands them. This Hispanic Heritage Month, we're celebrating the traditions, values, and dreams that make our community strong. Whether you're opening your first account, planning for the future, or growing your business, estoy aquí para ayudarle a alcanzar sus metas. I'm here to help you reach your goals. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Hey guys, it's Carly from Busch Farm Outfitters. Now that we're into harvest, it's time to think about what's next on each of your fields. For some, that means cover crops. Whether it's to help with weed pressure or erosion control, boost soil health, or if you need something for cow chow, we can help. We're seeding everything from simple rye covers to more exotic mixes and even winter wheat. So if you're shorthanded and don't feel like you can get anything seeded, just give us a call and we can help. Find us at BoyckFarmOutfitters.com to get in touch. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
Gary Michaels Clothier's 42nd anniversary sale is happening now. Our entire new fall inventory of suits, sport coats, sweaters, slacks, outerwear, footwear, all now marked up to 42% off. Don't miss your opportunity to save big on brands like Marcello, Bugatti, Jack Victor, Heritage Gold, Alberto, and Zanella. It's Gary Michaels' 42nd anniversary sale going on now through October 18th. Gary Michaels Clothier's 56th and Pine Lake, right here in Lincoln.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now through October 19th, enjoy USDA Choice T-bone steaks for $13.99 per pound. Whole short loin, $9.99 cut and wrapped for free. Bone-in smoked pork chops, $4.99 per pound. And Michelob Ultra 24 packs, $19.99 each when you buy 2. That's all at Fairway Meat Markets in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at WindowWorldLincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
We're on the air. Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break. Jake, you're a freaking nutcase. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You can't go there today, but tomorrow, Ruhlman Steakhouse opens for the week for lunch and dinner all the way through Sunday on Highway 6 in Ashland. Great steak options. Of course, they've got walleye, Chilean sea bass. You love the crab rice at Ruhlman. Sip is your side option. And who can forget the wonderful cookie skillet? Mention the stool, mention Early Break, and you get it for absolutely free. At
I think also you want to delve into it a little bit that because I know I have with Phil already that he's got that big Thanksgiving event going on out there, and so you might want to get locked into that early. That will be one. I tried to do that last year late, and I got lucky that someone really helped me out. But these places fill up, so I would look at that very quickly.
Good.
And they're going to have a buffet during the Nebraska game on Friday as well.
Okay.
So please, get the reservation and call them. Or go to RuhlmanSteakhouse.com in Ashland, Highway 6.
It's a 7 p.m. kickoff on
7
Fox.
p.m. kickoff. That's
On
right.
Fox.
So I'm looking at their Facebook page right now. They're gonna have a watch party and tailgate buffet on Friday. It's $33 a person, all you can eat. I mentioned all the stuff. It's gonna be prime rib. They're gonna have great options there. Drawings at the end of each quarter and a grand prize of $100 gift card at Ruhlman's this Friday night.
Whoa.
$33 is a steal.
It is.
That is a steal. Yeah, just try going out right now and just go to any fast food place and order a normal meal and it gets $20.
That place is going to be packed as it should be.
You're right,
Phil will be leading. There'll probably be some form of a band there also. I could see some form of a marching band playing the Nebraska fight songs, marching around with Phil leading them.
Well, I wouldn't blame him. He got that going.
All black.
He's consistent.
High-stepping,
consistent in his attire out there.
Wouldn't he be sweet? The high step with that big hat on.
Oh yeah, he did that real well.
He can do it. He's still fit.
Yes, fit. Okay, Ruhlman Steakhouse, Highway 6 in Ashland. So, yes, we play a lot of audio about Matt Rule talking about Penn State. There was other stuff mentioned at the podium yesterday, including I was doing some research yesterday. Emmett Johnson, Nebraska's running back, is 8th in the country in rushing yards.
Hello.
With 650 on the season, second in the conference behind Justice Haynes.
Yep.
He's on pace for 1,300 yards on the season. Here is Matt Rule yesterday on Emmett Johnson's next level plays from Saturday.
Well, I think I had said it maybe you guys, I can't remember what day I said, but coming out of that last game, we went back and looked at Michigan State, we went back and looked at the yards per carry, and it was really good. We just didn't run it a ton. And then we came out in this game and we knew how good both edge rushers were and number 10, the 3 technique was. And we were like, hey, we're going to have to try to have these really physical runs to slow down the pass rush. They're great players. And so I thought we did that. We got in rhythm and I thought Emmett he got more opportunities and they just got going. And then, the back-to-back 80-plus yard drives at the end of the game. And we hurt ourselves in one drive with 2 second and longs, and we're 2nd and 14. And Emmett catches a screen and makes a bunch of guys miss. So just elite play from him. I just think the more times he got, the more locked in he'll be, and he'll be our guest game captain this week as we go back to his hometown. So excited for him.
So if you just go back, let's just say the last decade or the time since Amir Abdullah.
Yep.
You help me with this, Jake. It's one of 2 guys is the best Nebraska running back in that period. It's either Ozigbo or this guy, Emmett Johnson.
This guy, Emmett Johnson's his name.
You like Emmett better?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. And now on Ozigbo's side, he averaged 7 yards a carry. and he went over 1,000. And he was a home run hitter. He was more explosive. He could go the distance.
I liked the Zigbo a lot. He was a practice squad player for many years in the NFL. Got on a roster a couple times.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure
he bounced around the league.
It's a close call. I'd probably lean towards Emmett, especially if Emmett is able to get 1,300. 1,300's that's a number now. I mean, now I'm not putting him in the Amir Abdullah category.
No, I'm not either. But he's right now 8th in the country in rushing yards at this point.
Yes, good read.
Yeah,
some research.
7 touchdowns as well.
Just some numbers. I like that.
Yeah,
and also with Haynes, I don't know what the injury was. But
Haynes?
So there's a chance that he might end up being the leading rusher in the Big Ten.
That is significant.
Yes.
Justice Haynes, yes, he leads right now with 705.
Yeah, and I don't know what he had. He had like 1 or 2 carries against USC. He didn't play.
God. Is that right? So he's down. Then the other notable backs right behind Emmett Johnson's Waymon Jordan, who's hurt too, right?
Yeah, from USC.
Yeah, and then Antoine Raymond of Rutgers.
Rutgers.
I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of him. 560 yards, and then Jonah Coleman of Washington, who's a big back.
He's a good player.
You like him?
500. I like Coleman a lot. Yeah.
So, but Emmett, I mean, that's an example of a guy who's gotten steadily better. He's a better running back than he was last year.
He has a very good chance to be the leading rusher in the league.
And he is a guy who runs it hard every play. And you could say, well, don't they? No, they don't all. I don't know. I've seen running backs who don't run hard every play.
Yeah.
He runs hard every single play.
And as a reminder, last week in their win against Purdue, 27-20, Minnesota gave up 253 yards in the ground. Purdue ran 40 times for 253 in that game and lost to Minnesota.
That is startling to me.
Yeah, you're excited about that when you see the numbers. You see the game. I guarantee you, when they're watching that game, you're like, okay, I like this. I like what I see. Now, a lot of their yards, again, their athletic quarterback made some plays for them. But they ran the ball well, Purdue did. I watched that entire game.
Purdue has an athletic quarterback.
Yeah, he did. He rushed for 120 something, Jake?
He rushed for,
you say 113 yesterday?
8 carries for 61 yards for Ryan Brown.
That's good.
I thought he had like 100 something, okay, but I thought it was more than that. But yeah, he's an athletic quarterback for Purdue.
I don't think Lindsey for Minnesota runs hardly at all.
Drake Lindsey.
No.
Drake Lindsey. No. I got to start knowing these names because
most of probably in scramblers.
Where is Minnesota at in rushing in the Big Ten?
Hold on. I got it.
With those numbers, would they be dead last?
I can tell you what Minnesota rushes for. They rush for 112 yards per game.
Ooh, that's low. That's
674 on the season in terms of yards. 3.6 yards attempt on the season.
It does.
Yeah, I'll bet you it's probably maybe 16th, maybe
they're close to last. Yeah, because Maryland was last.
Maryland was last. They were dead last.
Hundreds.
That's right.
They're probably very, very low. Minnesota, but yeah, and they don't stop the run either apparently. So Nebraska, Emmett Johnson, hopefully
that's a good thing. Can't run it, can't stop it. That's usually a good thing for you.
Jay, got to roll, and they're still a fine football team. They 4-2 at this point. They lost
4-2 and 2-1.
Got blown up by Ohio State, but they're otherwise respectful.
4-2 and 2-1 in the Big Ten. Yeah, they're not having a bad year.
Well, they're not. 7 p.m. kickoff Friday, Minneapolis. You'll be there.
Yes,
on Fox.
Yes.
Bill's Thrills and Song of the Day is next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
There are great Mexican restaurants all over town, but there is one that is especially worth the drive from any part of town. Tacos Los Hermanos at 70th and Havelock. Cool off this summer with a delicious horchata or other special drinks, and grab one of their famous taco boxes for a group of friends or coworkers to enjoy, full of birria tacos and many other options. Don't forget their great desserts like tres leches, flan, and cheesecake. Get to Tacos Los Hermanos for lunch or dinner today at 70th and Havelock in Lincoln.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Have you been looking for home technology upgrades but don't know where to turn? Online information can be contradicting and confusing. Lincoln's own experts at Diode Technologies can turn your living room into the place to watch your favorite sports. Whatever your vision is, Diode Tech is ready to make it a reality. From home theaters to outdoor entertainment spaces, they bring you along through the entire process to make sure you get exactly what you want. If you're ready to upgrade your entertainment space, visit Diode Tech online at diodetech.net or give them a call at 402-793-5124.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Gary Michaels Clothier's 42nd anniversary sale is happening now. Our entire new fall inventory of suits, sport coats, sweaters, slacks, outerwear, footwear, all now marked up to 42% off. Don't miss your opportunity to save big on brands like Marcello, Bugatti, Jack Victor, Heritage Gold, Alberto, and Zanella. It's Gary Michaels' 42nd anniversary sale going on now through October 18th. Gary Michaels Clothier's 56th and Pine Lake, right here in Lincoln.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
Get in and win with Limitless Male Medical, the men's health experts. We are the proven leaders in testosterone and peptide therapy. Don't play around with a sub-shop franchise that just popped up. At Limitless Male, this is serious medicine. Full lab panels, real providers, years of experience focused only on men's health. Don't be fooled by crash course owners. Trust the team that knows hormones inside and out. Limitless Male Medical. Your health is not a game.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now through October 19th, enjoy USDA Choice T-bone steaks for $13.99 per pound. Whole short loin, $9.99 cut and wrapped for free. Bone-in smoked pork chops, $4.99 per pound. And Michelob Ultra 24 packs, $19.99 each when you buy two. That's all at Fairway Meat Markets in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're
No,
a big tough
never feel like an
if
idiot.
you're a big tough guy this morning?
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
He stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Once again, your song of the day from 1983, Talking in Your Sleep by the Romantics. 464-56851 is bad, 10 is good. Text your rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers song of the day.
Bill, go first. Come on.
You're muted, Bill.
You go first, Bill.
You're muted, Bill. There we go.
Okay. I want Steve to go first. I'm out of Steve. You're in office. You're in the studio, and always in studio. Always goes first. That's been the rule.
Oh, is that how it goes?
Yes.
Always been rule of thumb.
Bill, it takes us back to high school. I know people.
That's not the 70s, I understand.
No,
that's
but
80s.
I mean, we're in the heart of high school, both of us.
Yes.
So it was a huge song, and I'm speaking for Bill. I shouldn't, but I think it was. He'd agree. It's a huge song in our lives back then. Huge.
The song was played. I mean, we've heard it forever. The Romantics. Yes, heard it 5,000 times.
Yeah, it was on. It was pervasive. Radio play. Yeah. I think bands. I don't know. Bands did covers on it that you saw. Maybe they did. You saw more bands than I did. You were out and about more. You doing your walkabouts with Godowski and all that. But I like that song. It's hard not to like.
I saw you head bobbing over there.
It's. I think it's one of those songs that's almost impossible not to like it. As much as you want to try, it's not. You can't do it. It's a good song. Snappy. It's kind of cool, right? 8.85. 8.85.
Is Bill going that high or not?
Again, I'm with Steve. It's right in our wheelhouse. It's not 70s.
No, it's not.
And then also I always kind of look at, did I have the tape or cassette? Did I have the 8-track of that? Did I have the cassette of that? And that would be a no. I mean, I don't know. That might be it for the Romantics. That might be the one song that really catches you a little bit. But I do like it. It catches you a little bit. Not as high as Steve. I'm a 7.7.
Still pretty good. Still pretty good.
7.7. I'm going to say Rudy's going to be a 6.0.
5.3. It doesn't seem like my cup of tea. Not horrible, but 5.3 from Rudy.
That's all. Rudy, is that all you got?
2 low scores in a row.
How about the fact that we play these songs? That Rudy basically responds every time that he's never heard it before. There's like that.
Trying to help him out here.
Yes, you never heard it before. So Rudy's getting a lot of new music here through Jake. So great job, Jake.
Thank
1983.
Some ratings here before we get to Bill's Thrills. Les in Lincoln, 8.73. Jake still on a heater, 8.5. Robert in Oklahoma, 8.75. Brett and Bertrand, 7. Mike in Dalton, 8. Ron, 9.2. Bill and Bennett, 2.5. Houston, a 10. Triple H's dad says 8. 10.
Houston, that's Houston, who is
Harrison's brother.
Harrison is a producer here. That's his brother.
Yes.
10.
Husker Mike in Waterloo says 7 on that one. The Colonel in Beatrice, 9.99. He says incredible bass line in that song.
Yeah, if you can hear it in your headphones.
Duke for Governor says 4.1, mediocre at best. Sarah in Fallbrook, never heard of it, 6.5. Just like Rudy. White Sharpie, 4.2. Who at Clevis? 3. Pretty good in the hotel room. It was pretty good, Bill.
Yeah, it was good.
Gavin and Pender, 5.8. Shamia, 7.7. Sean in Omaha, 7.1. Travis in Ankeny says, is this about Matt Rule again, Jake? No. Not about Matt Rule.
I hear secrets that you keep. Yeah.
You're talking in your sleep. No, that was not a Matt Rule song at all. Henry, 3. Jane says 8. YouTube, can't forget YouTube. Charlie in Valley says 8.7. Albert, 4. Bolt, 5.15. East Lincoln West, 5. Catchy, but not my jam. And Pig Feet says 7.8. Song of the day was Talking in Your Sleep by the Romantics. 1983. It is time, without further ado, for a Tuesday edition of Bill's Thrills. Here we go.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom bonanza.
Oh,
yeah.
Is it going to be bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent it to you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break.
As always, Bill's Thrills sponsored by our friends at Diner Contracting.
Randy!
Good one. The king of remodels. You can always call or text Randy at 402-417-5204. Kitchen, bath, whole house remodels. Diner Contracting. Your one-stop shop. Your one phone call. Go talk to Randy.
Wonder what the
Well, it is a
the person that's in 1614 is thinking right now in the hotel. I just always wonder when all of a sudden there's just random yelling from if I'm all of a sudden in a hotel room, there's just random yelling, that would concern me.
Agreed. Especially at 7 in the morning. Yeah.
7 in the morning. Yeah. That would get me like that. So I'll start with that. So it's Tuesday, and there's things that bother me, Steve.
You know that.
I think this would be everyone. I don't believe I've hit on this, and this is kind of a random one, but I don't know how they do it, but I want to hit on it.
Okay.
When you just want to sleep, fear the beep. When you just want to sleep, fear the beep. Beep! Beep! How does the smoke detector engineers make it so the batteries only run out while you're on vacation or in the middle of the night? How are they able to do that? There's never a time when your smoke detector goes off and you beep that your battery is dead. It only goes off when you walk in your house from a vacation or you've been gone, and all of a sudden you walk in and you hear the beep sound, and you're like, oh no. Or it starts beeping at 3 a.m. It's never on a Saturday at noon where it's like, okay, all we got to do is, it's real simple. All we got to do is get up there, get this down, change the battery out, we're good to go. That's never happened in the history of smoke detectors. It is 100% set up. The number of times we've come home, like me, Laura, and just been like, you walk in the door and you hear it, you're like, you've got to be kidding me. And then that wait when sometimes you get the things changed out and it still beeps.
Yeah.
Oh, it is disheartening. And like I said, or it's going to be in the middle of the night. It's going to be one of the two. And I don't know how they do it. I don't know how that happens. Obviously, you have to have the number of times that people will probably chime in of trying to just dismantle the entire smoke detector for the night. You don't have the battery, you don't have it, or we've had some that are so high that you physically can't get to them yourself. And there's just the what goes into the work that they've done to make that. And when it goes off, there's never a time when it's like, you know what, I feel good about that went off because that battery's down and it's going to save our lives. So I think this is a good thing. It's immediate stress, and you are bludgeoned with anger.
Bludgeoned.
At that moment. Like that. Any thoughts?
We have some response here from the text line 464-5685. Someone says, so true, Bill. Pulled my detector down once and got rained on with mouse poop.
Oh God.
Had to shower in the middle of the night.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That was horrible.
Yeah, that's a bad night.
Yeah, it's always middle of the night, Steve. There's no other time for it to do it. Or when you come back from vacation. It's one of the two. Yeah.
Corey and Duncan says, just went through this on two of them. The dogs freaked out. We couldn't hear it until we searched Dobermans.
Yeah.
The dogs.
Okay.
They freaked out though.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. It's an inopportune time often.
Josh and Davey says, ours went off a month ago at 5 a.m. and triggered all of them to go off. The kids thought the house was burning down.
So it was an echoing chorus of beeps. Can you imagine that? Just imagine 5 a.m. and you are livid at that. Like I said, it's not like it's a noon on Saturday. No big deal. Got the batteries right here. About a 5-minute job. We're good.
Yep.
No problem. Nope.
Ozarks Brandon says, I've been known to take a lawnmower to a faulty smoke detector in the past. Chop it up.
Just chop
that sucker up.
It's supposed to, it's incredible. We came home. My daughter Sydney stayed with me for a month down at LSU. And so it was awesome. And then later on, her current husband and her friends came down at the time, and we went out and we played the Arkansas that game. So we played Arkansas, and we get back to the house, and it's later in the evening by now. And guess what? It's going off, and we don't have any sort of ladder. I don't have anything in the house to get to it. So we had to lift Sydney up on her, and we had a hold of her by her feet, and she was extended up. We had someone back. If she falls backwards, you got to catch her. And we got Sydney up there, and she's able to change it at roughly 2 a.m.
Oh boy!
And so that's what happens. That's what happens with the beep. Thank God Sydney got it done.
Mike says, happened to me Sunday night at 1 a.m. and sleep for the night was ended at 1 a.m. That sucks.
It's the only time. It's set up that way, guys. That's just the way life is. It's going to go off. There's no chance it goes off in an opportune time. It's always going to be a headache.
How about this? Northside Dave says, I splurged 2 years ago and bought a bunch of 10-year battery smoke detectors. 10 years.
Oh, okay.
Smart move. Yeah, very smart move. Very, very smart move. Yeah. It's incredible. It just haunts you, Steve. It haunts you. Steve, do you have smoke detectors? I hope. Are you safe over your house?
Yes, we're safe. And it has happened. I can't remember exactly the circumstances, but you're right.
How about when you try to sleep through it? Pillow over the head.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't do it. You try to go pillow. Like, okay, I'm just going to get through this thing till the morning. Can't do it.
I'm going to get up and change it and then take a shower.
Yeah.
Travis Nankney says it's happened 5 times in my life in 2 different houses, only at 2 a.m. every single time. So that feels right. It's always very inopportune times.
Bugaboos.
It's a big bug.
Are you protected in your new mansion, Jake?
Mansion's not we haven't had any issues yet, so knock on wood with the fire.
Jake's got a pool, Steve. So I'm sure he's got very good fire detectors when you have that kind of.
Unnamed texter says the worst is when you can't really figure out which one is beeping because they're all 5 close to each other.
Oh,
God, yes.
One time, me and Laura had to go over to Moose's house and get his extension ladder because in our old house, the ceiling was so high in the living room, and that's where the smoke detector was. And we get up there, and Laura's the one who's up there. I'm holding the ladder, and she's way up there. And all of a sudden, we realize that's not even it. It was that wasn't even that one. It was the one that was down on the floor. It was a different one like that. And it kind of echoed in there. So yeah, there's times you go, the number time. How about when you stand there real calm? Where is it? Where is it? And you're trying to walk around to find the beep like that. That gets you too. It's a haunting.
Not calm anymore.
Yeah.
Bill, the headline one more time, please.
I'd be glad to, Jake. Just give me 9 seconds here. I don't need 9, I need 4. Yeah. When you just want to sleep, fear the beep.
Beep.
Jake can do it so good.
Sponsored by Diner Contracting.
Randy.
Yes, Randy. Hour 2 is next. We'll get back to more of Nebraska, Penn State, Matt Rule discussion next. Early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Hi, I'm Sarai, your personal banker here at Midwest Bank. I'm proud to serve our community in English and in Espanol because everyone deserves a banker who understands them. This Hispanic Heritage Month, we're celebrating the traditions, values, and dreams that make our community strong. Whether you're opening your first account, planning for the future, or growing your business, estoy aquí para ayudarle a alcanzar sus metas. I'm here to help you reach your goals. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
There are great Mexican restaurants all over town, but there is one that is especially worth the drive from any part of town. Tacos Los Hermanos at 70th and Havelock. Cool off this summer with a delicious horchata or other special drinks, and grab one of their famous taco boxes for a group of friends or coworkers to enjoy, full of birria tacos and many other options. Don't forget their great desserts like tres leches, flan, and cheesecake. Get to Tacos Los Hermanos for lunch or dinner today at 70th and Havelock in Lincoln.
Looking for someone to clean out your gutters or aerate your yard this fall? Call Isaac at Woida Outdoor Solutions today at 402-607-9154. Get your gutters cleaned today with a phone call to Woida Outdoor Solutions at 402-607-9154.
Here at Aspen Builders, our company is building more homes today than I thought we would ever build.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, I am just shocked at how strong our market is here in Lincoln and at Aspen Builders. We're probably helping people right now more than ever get into a new home. We've been able to find pieces of ground we can develop affordably and keep our lot prices down a little bit. I think with our volume discounts and our office staff, 35 years of experience, we figure out a plan that's going to work great for you. We make it perfect. We make it fit your price range. All of this is part of the reason we're so busy.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
The party is back on in Lincoln this fall, and there's no party like the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the whole ticket crew for 2.5 hours of pregame coverage before every home and away game this football season as they get you ready for the game. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at our downtown studio at 11th and O. Sponsored by Select Plumbing, Raising Cane's, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Currency, and the Kindler Hotel.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks. Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
Have you been looking for home technology upgrades but don't know where to turn? Online information can be contradicting and confusing. Lincoln's own experts at Diode Technologies can turn your living room into the place to watch your favorite sports. Whatever your vision is, Diode Tech is ready to make it a reality. From home theaters to outdoor entertainment spaces, they bring you along through the entire process to make sure you get exactly what you want. If you're ready to upgrade your entertainment space, visit Diode Tech online at diodetech.net or give them a call at 402-793-5124.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans. So I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Tuesday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 2 is always sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank. Member
FDIC.
Location South Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane, also at 70th and Pioneers. And what does Shin Daddy have going on today in Creighton? Bill?
Well, today they loop. Today we loop again. It's going to be a Tuesday teaching experience. So today is Tape Tuesday.
Tape Tuesday.
Tuesday. So they have a tape technician, several of them coming in, and they'll do it by class and just teach you how to use every type of tape. You got your duct tape, you got your electrical tape, you got your masking tape, you got your Scotch tape, you got your packing tape, you got your painter's tape, you got your double-sided tape. Also, you have police tape that goes up around an incident, and then you also have a tape measure. And so they have a tape technician to come in to teach the youth, when do you use duct tape? When do you use electrical tape? When do you use plumber's tape? All those things have to come up so have an idea. It's a lot of tape that goes on. Oh, grab me some tape. Well, that's a major deal. So today, Shin Daddy has set that up in an educational situation. And so they'll go over every single piece of tape that's available to be able to use.
This is proper looping. No one talks about tape at all.
Nope, not enough.
Not enough. Well, Steve brought it up. Shin Daddy did. It's like, well, hang on. How'd you learn about tape, Steve?
Just trial and error.
Yep.
On your own. How many times all of a sudden you see something taped up and you're trying to tape something with Scotch tape and your dad's like, that you don't use Scotch tape for that. That's not what you do. You use this. This is this tape. This is this tape. And duct tape can fix anything. It's an incredible tape. But you don't know all that. Double-sided tape. You have all these different things you have to be able to figure out, and no one's teaching you. You only learn it on your own. Not one person's ever said one thing to me, here's how you tape.
Yeah, for instance, why do you need double-sided tape?
Yeah.
Why?
You're sticking something like a piece of paper to the wall, and you want to have it behind, the tape type of a thing. So they're also going to have athletic tape. They'll have someone there taping ankles. And so they'll show you how to tape an ankle because they have athletic tape. So it's just a large amount of tape that you have to understand how to use it. What's your favorite, Jake?
Scotch tape. It's regular
Scotch. Jake, Scotch.
I don't use a lot of duct tape on things. I've used duct tape many times, but typically it's Scotch tape.
Trixie has a strange amount of electric tape. There's always electric tape. Yeah, I don't understand it. Remember when we hung posters as kids?
Yes, absolutely.
The tape was always very important.
Oh, God, yes. Yeah. Do you remember, Steve, with the Scotch tape, you would loop it to make it double-sided?
Sure.
That's how you made to put on the back. So you would take Scotch tape, then you'd loop it. So basically it turned into two-sided tape.
And if you used duct tape, it was a problem.
It was a problem. If mom came in and the Farrah Fawcett poster was hung up, like that in the one-piece swimsuit, like that. Yeah, and all of a sudden it's like you use duct tape.
Can't get it off.
That's what you went with. That's great.
Can't get it off.
Thank you to Midwest Bank for sponsoring Hour 2. 464-5685. Call or text as always. Now, we're doing a switcheroo because Bill is out at 8 o'clock today. And we
I'll be a little sooner than that, but I will do the ratings here, Jake, and we'll go.
Oh, God, hold on.
I'm sorry to throw you for a loop, Step. I'm changing up the rundown. This is going to be at 8 o'clock, but Bill has to depart.
That's okay.
On Tuesdays, we rank the Big Ten Conference.
We love this. This is kind of our baby.
We started some very random spots in the rundown. I think we should still start at number 1 this week to get the first couple right, and then I
think we always do the top 4.
Okay, top 4, and then we'll go.
Are we going backwards, Steve? Are we going 4 to 1 or 1 to 4?
1 to 4.
Okay, let's
go 1 to 4.
I guess 1 to 4. Yeah.
Okay. Is Ohio State number 1, or does Indiana have an argument for number 1? You guys tell me.
Bill, I'm still going Buckeyes.
They have an argument. I'm staying Buckeyes. The only argument, the argument I have with it, Ohio State had 200 and something yards against Illinois offensively.
Yeah.
Only 200, where Indiana had 5 something against Illinois. I'm still staying Buckeyes, though. I'm going Buckeyes. With
Jake,
the career,
I am perfectly fine with Ohio State number 1, but just Indiana's in that conversing. They deserve it.
They should get a conversation. Illinois, Indiana, clear 2, in my opinion.
I mean, Ohio State, I keep saying it, has the best unit in the country. So you can't say that about Indiana on either side.
No.
But Ohio State has the best defense in the nation.
Agreed. Yeah.
So
we're going Ohio State 1, Indiana 2. Oregon is still 3 despite the loss to Indiana. They lost by 10 points at home.
Okay.
Who's contending for third over Oregon?
The problem is that's the problem kind of with the Big Ten right now. There isn't a next one. It's got to still be Oregon.
Has to be,
in my opinion. There's not someone that would have taken them over. So it stays there. Agreed.
Then at 4, so Illinois loses by 18 to Ohio State. USC, of course, impressive win over Michigan. Does USC get the lead to 4 at this point?
Yes. I think USC's 4, Bill.
It's hard to imagine them at 4, but they have to be 4.
Yeah, it's not right. Okay. So the top 4: Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon,
USC.
I agree with it. I agree with
Now,
it.
how do we do this?
You want to go into the bottom now or not?
You wanna-
Bottom up?
You want to go bottom up?
Let's go bottom up. Let's do 4 bottom up. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Is 18 Wisconsin? Are they dead last?
yes, agreed.
You got beat 37, Nathan, at home to Iowa on homecoming.
They're dead last.
Is Michigan State 17?
100. Agreed.
Okay,
Penn State's got to be in this conversation now, don't they? I mean, they're 0-3 in conference play. Their 3 wins are against nobodies.
Yeah,
And
it's not a bad argument, Jake. I would still go Michigan State at that spot.
17?
Yeah, I think Michigan State 17.
They had a horrific loss to UCLA.
Yes,
horrific.
You're going 17.
Yes, I am.
I think that the next one, which is 16, I think it's Purdue. I really think it's Minnesota, but you can't say that because Minnesota just beat Purdue, so you can't say that.
How high are we going with Penn State right now? Because they cannot go very high in these.
Not much higher, but I'm putting Penn State ahead of Rutgers, for instance.
Okay, so all right, so you think 16 is who now?
Purdue.
I think Purdue, and then I'd go Rutgers next.
Yes. God, we're on the same page. That helps. And
then
then
we can't give a huge leap for Northwestern. I mean, they did win, but Northwestern is still not a very good football team.
No, then I'd go Penn State
at 14.
I don't know, Bill.
So we're going Wisconsin.
Let's do this. Let's go back to 5.
Okay, so hold on. So we went 4. We went top 4. We went bottom 4. I agree. Let's go to 5.
Okay.
So we went top 4. The bottom 4 we have Wisconsin 18.
Yep.
Michigan State 17.
Okay.
Purdue 16. Rutgers 15. I'm good with that.
I feel great about it. I really do.
Number 5
is Nebraska 5.
It's either Nebraska or it's Washington, right?
That's what I think. It's Nebraska or Washington.
So who wins that game?
I think it'd probably be when you think at Washington, probably Washington. At Nebraska, it'd be Nebraska. Neutral site. Then what do you got, Jake? You make the call. Neutral site. Vegas, Washington, Nebraska.
I think DeMond Williams would cause a lot of problems.
I would give the lean to Washington in that
I
one
would too.
Probably a little bit for the athleticism.
I'm going Washington at 5.
Yep.
Washington 5, Nebraska 6.
I'm good with that.
Okay, then who's ahead? Is Illinois or Michigan? Who's ahead of the rankings there? Illinois or Michigan? It's got to be one of those teams
Michigan,
next, right?
I'm Illinois, but I'll go let Jake be the tiebreaker.
Oh God, Illinois, really?
I'd go Illinois over Michigan.
Oh God.
Michigan was a a tough showing at USC. Illinois, not an embarrassing loss to Ohio State. It's a good football team.
Illinois does have an embarrassing loss, though. That's an embarrassing loss. They lost by 50 to Indiana. 50.
I think you go Michigan over Illinois.
Okay, Michigan, Illinois.
So I'm Michigan at 7, Illinois at 8.
Okay. Who's remaining now, Jake? We got
to give Iowa some props. They had a nice win over again. Wisconsin's bad, but
Iowa would be next. Iowa
was 100% next.
9.
Yeah, they're 9. In fact, we're not going to do this, but you could make a case that Iowa should be ahead of Illinois. I think
we're not going to.
You could absolutely.
We'll put Iowa at 9. So now we've got 10 through 14. We got teams like Minnesota, Maryland on the board still.
Northwestern,
UCLA. UCLA is going up.
UCLA is next.
Okay.
At 10?
I can go with that.
At 10,
at 10. Was it 10?
Then I think
they went from dead last to 10th. Think about that, 18th to 10th.
Then I would go Northwestern at 11,
ahead of Maryland, ahead of Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if I can do that.
Okay, we got a problem.
Yeah,
you're going Minnesota ahead of Northwestern.
Northwestern had Penn State is in shambles right now.
Would Minnesota go to Happy Valley and win?
So right now, maybe Penn State's in.
I still say they wouldn't. No, I say they wouldn't.
Do you want to put Northwestern at 11?
I'd go Northwestern 11, then Penn State.
Put Northwestern ahead of Maryland. Maryland is still in these rankings. Maryland lost by 3 at home to Nebraska. It wasn't like they got blown out.
Oh,
to
you're
Nebraska.
right.
I think Maryland's got to be 11. I'll put my foot down on Maryland at 11.
I'm going to push back on myself and go with Jake.
Okay, Maryland 11.
Okay,
Thank you, Bill.
Wow. Well, now I'm only doing it because Jake insists.
Yes, he did. He's really strong-armed us on that one. He definitely strong-armed me, Steve. All of a sudden, I caved in. I had a different thought, and Jake kind of bullied me.
So now we got 12 through 14. We have Northwestern. We have Penn State on the board. And who am I missing here?
Minnesota.
Those are the ones.
Well, Northwestern has to be ahead of Penn State.
Okay. All right. So Northwestern at 12 or 13.
12.
Okay. All right.
12.
So then we go Minnesota 13 and Penn State 14.
Yeah, I can do that.
I can do that.
Okay. We got to rank.
Penn State's 14th, guys.
Yeah.
UCLA went from 18th to 10th.
That's how these rankings change. They change very quickly.
Oh, it's our best segment. It's our best segment. It's my favorite segment.
Go slow now.
Okay, here we go. Here's the updated rankings.
Everyone listen. Lean into your radio, please.
We went through it, but here's our 1 to 18. Number 1, Ohio State. Number 2, Indiana. 3, Oregon. Big move for number 4, USC. Now number 4 in our rankings in the Big Ten Conference. 5, it was tight, but we put Washington at 5, Nebraska at 6. 7, Michigan after the loss to USC. 8, Illinois. 9, Iowa. 10, big leap from UCLA, going from 18 to 10 in just 2 weeks with big wins at Penn State, against Penn State and at Michigan State. 11 is Maryland. 12, big leap also from Northwestern with their win at Penn State. 13, Minnesota. 14, Penn State. 15, Rutgers. 16, Purdue. 17, Michigan State. And dead last, Luke Fickell and the Wisconsin Badgers. Who saw that ever coming in the Big Ten Conference?
Even quietly, wouldn't you agree, Jake? Michigan State's a quiet fall. They've quietly fallen to 14. Like, what happened to Michigan State? Why aren't they better?
Yeah, and they're 14th, and you make a case for them being lower. You really could. You really could. I got to sign out, guys. I appreciate you.
Okay. All right, Bill.
Thank you, Breakers.
We'll see you tomorrow. Bill Busch.
No, we got Michigan State 17.
We do.
17.
We got some pushback from the Breakers on one.
Which one?
They're saying, how can you have Nebraska ahead of Michigan? Well, win-loss column is why. Now, Michigan did beat Nebraska. Yes, at home. They did beat Nebraska, but they have 2 losses. Nebraska has 1.
Right.
That has to matter. Understand, if both teams have the same amount of losses, Michigan's ahead of Nebraska, but they have a second loss. Nebraska does not.
No, and I'll tell you, as a
That's
former pollster, you can't just fall back on head-to-head. You can't do that all the time. It doesn't always work that way. God, I ran into that so many times when I was ranking teams. Oh, wait a second. This team actually beat this team. Man, sometimes it doesn't matter. Sometimes in this case, I don't think it matters.
Is there one that you'd like to, we've got our rankings. If there's one you feel bad about, a ranking that you'd like to re-rank in a second try? Someone says Chris says on YouTube, Northwestern is 4-2. They beat UCLA and won at Penn State. They should be ahead of UCLA. Yeah, they're 4-2. They've got 2 conference wins.
Yeah.
They beat UCLA 17-14 at home, and then they won, of course, 22-21 at Penn State. We thought that was going to be a disaster. Now, I don't like their quarterback still. Preston Stone still is a turnover machine at Northwestern, but you can't deny the fact that they are 4-2.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of it, what happens is there's this residual sort of way you look at teams. It's perception that you still have the perception that Northwestern's not very good. So it's he's got a point. I'm okay with where we're at. And I will tell you this, when you start getting into that territory of 8 on, really, it gets really murky. Like
but we knew that going into this, and honestly, we thought that the whole season, the top 4 would be difficult. And right now it's not. But the top 2 is pretty simple in terms of who they are. You can debate the order of Ohio State, Indiana if you want, but
yeah,
I'm not sure you could have told me, and I could have told you that back in August that we'd have mid-October USC in the top 4 of the Big Ten rankings, and Penn State at number 14.
No, it's
no one
pretty
saw that.
No, it's pretty wild, and I'm still saying I'm surprised that Michigan State they're in the conversation for the worst team in the league,
especially since 2 weeks ago they came to Lincoln and led 21-14 in the third quarter.
And I didn't think they looked that bad. This is it's odd. As far as going back to Ohio State, Indiana, if they played, I think it's a real close game. It's Indiana
neutral site game, Big Ten championship game.
Yeah, I think it's scary.
It's going to be a favorite to Ohio State, just naturally. They'd be favored, but by 3 or 4?
I guess, but man, you look at Indiana's defense and what it was able to do against Oregon, and then you look at Ohio State's offense, which failed to get 300 yards at Illinois. Indiana can probably hold Ohio State to a very manageable number, like 20. And then they could, God, so what I'm getting at is Indiana's not far away from being the top team in the league.
Now, Indiana, again, if you guys still are rolling your eyes, Indiana is a legitimate national championship team. Stop laughing your cars and yeah, whatever. They are. They're legitimately a chance to win the national title this year.
They are. So
tell me what SEC team they can't beat.
No, I can't.
Nope. They can beat anybody.
Right, they can.
Anybody.
Yeah, they went to Oregon.
And by the way, I was doing a little research on Indiana yesterday because I'm just, the whole story still fascinates me of them. Their defensive coordinator's name is Bryant Haynes. Okay, his name is Bryant Haynes.
Mm-hmm.
Last year was the first year Indiana, Cincinnati was there. They had the second ranked defense in the country last year at Indiana, inheriting a 3-9 team. Bryant Haynes, by the way, random fact, was on the Ball State team that nearly beat Nebraska here in Lincoln, 2007.
Wow, look at you.
Leading tackler on that team.
Look at you.
Bryant Haynes has been excellent at IUPUI. He's been with Cincinnati for 11 years with Cincinnati. And every year they've been together, his defense has been exceptional.
Well,
it's good again this year.
And to drive home your point, that defense is what basically won the game at Oregon. 2 interceptions late.
Yes.
And held Oregon to 1 rushing yard in the second half.
And you go back to the Illinois game. I mean, Indiana, 303 rush yards, Illinois, 2. They were blowing them out, and he had those guys playing 60 minutes of football. Bryant Haynes.
See, the matchup with Ohio State is pretty good for Indiana because Ohio State's offense isn't great. It's not bad.
I think it'd be a low-scoring game. We're talking
I think it'd be a low-scoring
game.
Yeah, I think it would be a low-scoring game. I do. I think it'd be a slugfest. So, and you would definitely give Indiana a shot to win that slugfest.
Yes.
I think you would take Mendoza. You give him the edge over Sayin.
Yes.
But
he had a bad pick 6, but I'd still take him over Sayin.
Yeah. Right now, I mean, Ohio State's offense is feeling its way along. They don't have the big-time running back. They don't. They have the big-time receivers. They have 2 first-rounders, Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate. Carnell Tate's a first-rounder. And there's others. Ennis is really good. They have a Purdue transfer at tight end that's good. But they don't have the running back they usually have.
You know what's going to be fascinating before we get to break is I know that we disagree with this whole composite ranking of 24/7 Sports putting Indiana as the 3rd least talented team in the Power 4.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see this year the NFL draft. How many guys go for the Hoosiers? How many for a perceived lack of talent team that has been developed incredibly? How many NFL guys are on that roster?
We're
going to see.
I don't know.
Come April.
Yeah,
and obviously next. This is not just this year, but next year as well.
Mm-hmm. If they're as good as we think, which they are, they'll have several. I think right.
I love
4 or 5.
I love Surratt, the receiver. Surratt, he's really good. And Mendoza, we've seen as a top. But a first-round pick has been a projection there.
They have a pass rusher that will be highly picked, highly drafted.
There's your weekly edition of our Big Ten Power Rankings. It's chaos, but it's glorious chaos. I feel good about our positioning.
Pretty good. There's a couple in the middle that I'm a little shaky.
We said the middle is very fluid.
Murky,
it's murky. It's fluid. When we come back, Week 6 NFL winners and losers.
Hello
is next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Get in and win with Limitless Male Medical, the men's health experts. We are the proven leaders in testosterone and peptide therapy. Don't play around with a sub-shop franchise that just popped up. At Limitless Male, this is serious medicine. Full lab panels, real providers, years of experience focused only on men's health. Don't be fooled by crash course owners. Trust the team that knows hormones inside and out. Limitless Male Medical. Your health is not a game.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Hi, Sean Callahan here, and I've got some great news for you. Copple Chevrolet GMC is proud to be the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln metros. Copple is also celebrating its 50th anniversary. We want to say thank you to all of our customers that have helped us reach these milestones. So come see why so many customers, including myself, are choosing Copple Chevrolet GMC for their automotive needs. Please check us out at copplecars.com.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
I'm Kirk Herbstreit, and today I'm eating Raising Cane's.
Herbstreit's in the drive-thru again. Oh, hey, Kirk. What can I get you today?
I want a solid bench of 4 chicken fingers that are real difference makers. Sprinkle-cut fries with dynamic ridge patterns, Texas toast, and cane sauce with an air of smugness that comes from knowing you're the best. Now back to you, Todd.
So the usual.
Make Raising Cane's part of your game day lineup. One love.
Looking for someone to clean out your gutters or aerate your yard this fall? Call Isaac at Woida Outdoor Solutions today at 402-607-9154. Get your gutters clean today with a phone call to Woida Outdoor Solutions at 402-607-9154.
This is your year, where your team takes it all the way. Win way more than bragging rights at Warhorse Casino, where your love of the game could put $1 million in your pocket. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with prizes all season long. Weekly cash prizes up to $1,000 cash, season-long leaderboards, and a chance to win $1 million. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
We interrupt this commercial break for an important story.
There once was a man from Nebraska who went searching for food in Alaska. When his stomach was rumbling while laying in bed, he could think of only one option, Führer's cheese spread. So he left it once and drove day and night to return back home for cheese spread delight. Now his stomach is full and the voice in his head tells him no more vacations without Führer's cheese spread. Find yours today at most local grocers.
Calling all caffeinated Husker fans. Looking to boost your energy and focus? Caffeine alone won't do the trick. Enter Cranium Energy Drinks based out of Fremont, Nebraska, founded by lifelong Husker fans. Cranium is more than just caffeine. Every can has highly dosed nootropics that help boost mental clarity, paired with 150 milligrams of natural caffeine to provide smooth, long-lasting energy as well as enhanced focus. Find it at Hy-Vee Health Markets in Nebraska and Council Bluffs, as well as select gas stations and supplement stores, or purchase online at drinkcranium.com, spelled with a Y after the I. Enter code EARLYBREAK for 10% off your order.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Gary Michaels Clothier's 42nd anniversary sale is happening now. Our entire new fall inventory of suits, sport coats, sweaters, slacks, outerwear, footwear, all now marked up to 42% off. Don't miss your opportunity to save big on brands like Marcello, Bugatti, Jack Victor, Heritage Gold, Alberto, and Zanella. It's Gary Michaels' 42nd anniversary sale going on now through October 18th. Gary Michaels Clothier's 56th and Pine Lake, right here in Lincoln.
Hey guys, it's Carly from Buick Farm Outfitters. Now that we're into harvest, it's time to think about what's next on each of your fields. For some, that means cover crops. Whether it's to help with weed pressure or erosion control, boost soil health, or if you need something for cow-chow, we can help. We're seeding everything from simple rye covers to more exotic mixes and even winter wheat. So if you're shorthanded and don't feel like you can get anything seeded, just give us a call and we can help. Find us at BoyckFarmOutfitters.com to get in touch. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
This
I'm not on drugs. I'm not drunk.
is Early Break. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for an exciting way to put your skills to work?
I am. I had to do it. I'm sorry.
Explore new options in the
I did.
fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. They have full-time spots in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. Also, 4.5-day work week, attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more today. Yes, Bill has checked out for the day. He's got a speech in Omaha at 9. We'll hear from him again tomorrow in studio.
Okay. He's doing his thing in the Big O.
The Big O.
I wonder where he was at.
I know where he was at.
You don't want to say, though.
It was a hotel. It was a nice hotel.
In the
a hotel that has cookies. I'll go with that.
That narrows it down to
it's been known for its cookies forever since I've been alive, basically, this particular hotel or branch of hotel.
Okay. We don't have to do that.
That's your tease. That's your hint.
Protect his
You can figure it
privacy.
out. Yes.
Yeah.
Are you ready for NFL winners and losers?
Oh, God, that's what we're doing now.
We are doing
that.
that.
You teased
Just
that.
making sure you knew that.
Yeah. Yeah, get the music going.
Well, I'd love
get the
to.
music jumping.
I'd love to do that for you right now. Let's get it. 3, 2, 1. This is sponsored by our friends at Führer's Cheese Spread. It is tailgate season and chili season. Sip is approaching quickly.
Oh, yes, it is.
Put a dollop of Führer's Cheese Spread on your chili or your hamburger. If you want to. I don't care. Chips. I don't care what you do.
Put it on your hamburger.
You
That's
might
a
want.
good idea.
You might want to.
That sounds. I never thought of it.
It's a new version of a cheeseburger.
Oh, God, that
it's
sounds
a Führer's
good.
cheeseburger.
Ooh, that sounds really good.
Available in most local grocers. To the winners this week.
Okay, here we go.
Week 6 NFL winners and losers. Sip winner number 1. Let's go back to Thursday night.
Okay.
The clearest winner this week is the New York Football Giants, putting it on the defending champs, 34-17. Jackson Dart was excellent. The defense was excellent. Run game was good. Cam Scadaboo, 3 touchdowns for the Giants. 34-17. There's not a more obvious winner in week 6 than the Giants.
They clubbed the Eagles.
By 17.
Wow.
34-17. Now, here's the thing. They were up 13-3, quickly fell behind 17-13, and they scored 21 straight points to end the game.
How Dart do?
G-Man, as you'd hear Chris Berman say.
I didn't know what you were doing there.
That's Chris Berman.
Wow. Dart must have played
Jackson
well.
Dart played very well in the game.
How'd Scadaboo do?
3 touchdowns.
Okay.
I think just shy of 100 yards rushing, but 3 touchdowns. Giants, number 2 winner. The Chiefs on Sunday Night Football take care of the Lions 30-17 in Arrowhead. People are saying this is the best the offense has looked in years in Kansas City. We have not seen the last couple of years. Again, defense has been helping them out. The offense is looking a lot better
in that game or overall.
Overall this season, Mahomes is starting to get some numbers again.
He's in his
Travis
prime.
Kelce's had actually a pretty good season so far.
Isn't Mahomes in his prime?
Yes, he's 29 years old.
Prime.
He's got a lot of good years of football still. He's not done anytime soon. Yeah, Chiefs, number 2 winner, 30-17 over the Lions
Big one.
in KC. Number 3, last night, third winner, the Falcons. Falcons were big underdogs at home to the Bills, rightfully so. They were 2-2 entering. Bills were 4-1. I think there's a chance, Sip, that the Patriots might have broke the Bills last week on Sunday Night Football. Patriots went on the road last week, stunning everybody, including probably themselves, winning that football game. The Bills' offense just looks blah. Nothing really going there. You asked me about the receivers in the break. Nothing scary there at all, receiver. Nobody scares you. Josh Allen looks human all of a sudden.
When's the last time the Bills had a scary receiver? It's been a while.
Eric
right?
Moulds, maybe. Peerless Price in the 90s.
You're going back a
Stephon
little.
Diggs was pretty
Diggs
good.
was good. Diggs kind of went bad, though, right?
We're talking about Lee Evans, early 2000s. Yep. It's been a while for them. They had Terrell Owens for a while. He was older at that point. So Falcons, 24-14, big win at home against the Bills last night. Number 4 winner, again, second straight week in the winning category and second straight week of big rushing yardage. The Panthers. Panthers beat the Cowboys 30-27. I brought up the name Rico Dowdle last week against the Dolphins, 200 yards. He did it again, 200-plus yards, a second straight week on the ground against his former team, the Cowboys.
Panthers won that game late.
30-20. Yeah, they did. It was a back-and-forth game. Panthers.
In Carolina.
The Panthers are competent all of a sudden.
Yep, that head coach.
Dave Canales.
Yes. Young guy.
I heard that winds of change are coming in Carolina. Things are good. Things have turned.
Wow.
Defense still has some work to do, but the offense is starting to get Bryce Young. Hey,
Bryce Young
looks all right.
Yep.
Just saying. Panthers respectable. Number 5 again last night. The Bears. The Bears win a second straight week by the final score of 25-24. They beat the Raiders 25-24 last week. They beat the Commanders last night. Last second field goal 25-24. Bears 3 straight wins, 3-2
in Washington.
Yep. They've won back-to-back road games at Vegas, at Washington. Bears 3-2. 3 straight dubs for Ben Johnson and company. To the losers.
Okay, here's the losers.
Number 1, because he got fired, Brian Callahan, head coach of the Titans. They lose to the Raiders 20-10. He's fired with a 4-19 record as head coach of the Titans.
Well, you listen to some of the commentary from the people who cover that team. It was a, as you would say, a disaster-fee under Callahan.
An abject disaster-fee.
Yeah, one of the worst teams you'll see.
Yeah, they're bad. Now, if you look at the last 4 years, there's been GM firings and coach firings. It has been the whole franchise since 2020 has been. And don't forget, that team was not long ago in the AFC title game with Ryan Tannehill at quarterback. Since then, bad.
Yeah.
Brian Callahan, first fired coach of the year. Number 2, they didn't lose by a lot, but it's the fact that their offense is so bad. The New York Jets go to London. The Broncos should be ashamed to win that football game 13-11. That was a horrible display of football. The weather was fine. It wasn't like it was cold or rainy. It was awful.
What's wrong with Fields?
Fields is not very good. Fields,
I don't get it.
Fields is a running back playing quarterback. He can't throw the football accurately.
You watched him at Ohio State. He could throw it.
He had a nice finish to his season when they took down Trevor Lawrence in that bowl game.
But you saw him in Lincoln and he threw it.
Yes.
I refuse to believe
something's wrong with him. I don't. Well, the Jets are also just a complete disgusting friend. I mean, they're horrible. They are awful. He had -10 net passing yards in that game,
which means we had
with
more
the
than
sacks involving a -10 net passing yards. He was terrible. The Jets are bad. They're 0-6. It's not going anywhere at all.
We thought Fields was okay though,
We
right?
did. We were wrong.
Wrong.
He's really bad.
Wrong.
Number 3. How about this team being 1-5? The Baltimore Ravens. Now, they've had injuries with Lamar Jackson, but they lose at home to the Rams 17-3. The Baltimore Ravens are 1-5. In my lifetime, it has happened very, 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 very few times, if ever, with that franchise.
But John Harbaugh, he's not on a hot seat.
I hope so, because if the Dolphins were smart at all,
you want
they
him to
would
be.
whack McDaniel and go get. You talk about guys you're looking for Nebraska. If I'm the Dolphins, there's one person, John Harbaugh. You do everything in your power to get him if things go bad in Baltimore. That is it.
Well, things are bad in Baltimore.
Yeah, if things continue to go bad, you go say, I'm taking him to Miami.
Yeah.
Number 4, speaking of the Dolphins, the score wasn't embarrassing. They lose 29-27 to the Chargers. It's what happened after the game. Tua Tagovailoa calls out his own players saying they're missing meetings, player meetings. McDaniel, the head coach, says, I don't know about that. Jordan Brooks, the team captain on defense, says, that's not something I'm going to speak out to the public. Your quarterback is giving dirty laundry to the media. The whole thing reeks. It reeks. I've said it. You guys say
Just held your nose.
You guys have said him over the
held
top.
your nose.
Not you guys, but the listeners said him over the top. No, I have read this season right from the get-go. It reeks in Miami. They kept McDaniel for no reason at all after a disappointing season. The GM, Chris Greer, should have been fired 4 years ago. Somehow he's still there. He must have some serious dirt on the owner, Stephen Ross, to not be fired. He has been with the organization for 25 years. 0 playoff wins in 25 years. Get him out of there. Fire McDaniel. Get rid of Tua. The whole thing needs to be blown up. No, they didn't get blown out, but
no, no.
It is just a complete and utter mess in Miami.
Well, I saw Tua's press conference. I watched it yesterday. It was very odd.
Were you horrified by that?
It was odd. He said that players would show up late or not arrive for player-only meetings. That's a bad sign.
And then when asked, McDaniel says, I wasn't aware of that. And the linebacker, Jordan Brooks, says, that's none of your guys' business.
Okay, now my question to you is...
After they had already heard Tua say that.
Hold on. Do you think Tua was out of bounds airing that? Do you think Tua...
I think he was out of bounds.
You think so?
Like Bill said the other day, that's basically you're trying to get the head coach fired at that point.
Is it out of bounds for him to take that to the public, though? I don't think so.
Let me ask you this. The locker room is a sacred place, right?
Right. It is.
You've lost the locker room now. You put the locker room's dirty laundry out there. You are the leader of this team at quarterback.
Good pushback. That was good pushback. Now, the pushback I would say is you have shareholders who are wondering what the hell is going on. Tua basically told us a problem. That's also, you can interpret that as transparency.
Sure. It's just not the right place for it. And McDaniel said yesterday said it was not the right place for him to say that to the public.
Okay.
Number 5 loser, not an embarrassing team to lose to, but when you have a team going cross country, you should beat that team. The Jags were 4-1 after a big win against the Chiefs last week, and they lose to the Seahawks at home, 20-12. Again, not a bad loss in terms of the team you lost to, but you just had a big win against KC. They're going. This is the farthest trip possible in the NFL, going to Jacksonville. Unless it's going to Miami. But
what's that?
Seattle.
What's Seattle's record?
I think they're 4-2.
That's Jake Peets is passing game coordinator there. Pretty sure.
So nice win for the Seahawks. Bad loss at home for the Jags, 20-12 against the Seahawks, and that is your NFL Week 6 winners and losers, sponsored by our friends at Fuhrer's Cheese Spread.
Doesn't get any better than the NFL.
No, we do love the NFL.
By the way, Jake Peets is the passing coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks. Jake Peets, former Nebraska player, flies under the radar all the time here. But he was the number 2 long snapper once upon a time at Nebraska. Now he's working for the Seattle Seahawks. He's been in the league for several years. Jake
Peets.
Yes, and I believe that's an O'Neal.
With the Panthers at one point,
O'Neal
right?
native. Yeah,
I think he's with the Panthers at one point.
Yeah,
and Rams, of course.
Yeah.
He's bounced around the NFL. He's had a good career there in the NFL.
Yes.
All right, it is time to play the game. So give us a call right now at 464-5685 for a chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. You guys are 0-1 on the week. Bill is not here to help you out. It's just you versus the caller.
We took an L yesterday. Yeah, we did.
NFL kickers.
Yeah, that was not good.
Okay. As we talk about all this change in college football with head coaches, today's topic is previous Big Ten head coaches. What coach did the current head coach at the Big Ten schools replace? Direct replacement.
Jeez.
If you know your Big Ten previous head coaches, call us right now at 464-5685. Shut Up Simple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
464-5685. Call the takedown sip in trivia. 0-1 on the week, but the record is still very strong. 21-12-1 overall since the reset a couple weeks ago.
Not too bad.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident in this one. James, we know James.
We do know James.
Yeah.
James, how do you feel about previous Big Ten head coaches today?
I think I'm okay.
Thinks is all right.
All right,
Okay.
James, thank you.
No lifeline. It's you versus Sip today, James. So first question goes to you. James, what coach did Brett Bielema replace at Illinois in 2021?
Lovie Smith.
Lovie Smith is correct.
Brilliant.
Would you have
Yeah,
that?
100%.
1-0 lead for James.
100% would have had it.
All right, Sip, you're down 1-0. First question. What coach did Greg Schiano replace at Rutgers in 2020?
Chris Ash.
Chris Ash.
Brilliant.
That was quick. That was correct.
Yep. Don't
1-1
overthink.
tie. Back to you for the lead. James, last question. What coach did Kurt Cignetti replace at Indiana in 2024? For you, James. You're still there.
No, he came from
5 seconds, James. 5, 4, 3.
Bob Smith.
Tom Smith. No. Not Tom Smith.
Tom Allen.
Tom Allen.
Brilliant.
That's correct. Now, this is for the win. If you miss this, James can steal and go to the tiebreaker. Sip, last question. What coach did Lincoln Riley replace at USC in 2021?
Starts with an H. And Clay Helton. Clay Helton. Bam. Oh, man, that was close to not firing. Woo!
We saw Clay Helton come the next year to Lincoln and beat Nebraska with Georgia Southern. That was fun.
Clay Helton trivia question.
Yes.
Is the inspiration... Oh, sorry, James. Go ahead, James. James, go ahead.
Did you get some steak and lobster?
I went with salmon, James.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
Oh, thank you, James. Thank you for
Thanks,
your
James.
grace on that.
Thank you, James. There you go.
Sean was probably holding the credit card, right?
Yes, he was.
Flash it.
Yes,
Hey,
he was.
don't spend too much here.
100%. No,
You get the shrimp.
No,
Or you,
he's not
Steve,
stingy.
you can only spend $50.
No, Sean is not that guy.
by the way,
Believe
the
me.
crab cakes cost $50 by themselves, so we choose wisely. Thank you, James.
Okay, James. Good
Clay,
questions,
what was it,
bud.
Clay Helton trivia question?
Oh, Clay Helton trivia. Clay Helton. You know how we play the fight song going into that?
Wait, this one here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes? What about
I
it?
saw Clay Helton doing that, and that was the inspiration to the fight
You
song.
saw him do that.
He was walking into the tunnel that song was playing, and he was putting that and that's the inspiration.
Oh, okay.
to
So Clay Helton's the reason why you do that.
Clay Helton is the guy, so I better have gotten that one.
You did.
Hey, that was a good game show.
Well,
Give me another one.
Okay. Well, how about the tiebreaker
That's
first?
fine.
How many games has PJ Fleck won at Minnesota in his 8.5 seasons there?
Fun.
8.5 seasons
I
at
should know
Minnesota for PJ Fleck, coming
Sorry,
over from Western Michigan, of course.
Use my calculator here. I think what I would do is go.
I'll help you out with the music again.
Okay.
You want music again?
Yeah,
There we go.
please do.
Yeah.
PJ Fleck in 8.5 seasons
Hmm.
has won 59 games.
Close. He is 62-41.
Oh, very close.
In conference play, he is 36-37. So right about
Okay.
500.
Very close, within 3.
And I'll put this out there before we get to break. If Matt Rule were to depart, I would put PJ Fleck very high on my personal list of potential Nebraska head coaches.
Could I? Let's not do the Nebraska.
I just said if.
Let's
If
not
there
do-
was a departure of the head coach to Penn State, I
Yeah.
think that he would be at top of the list.
What if I told you this? What if I told you I'd put him number 1?
I think it's pretty, to me, if Matt Rule stays, this all goes away. If it's not, I think you look at PJ Fleck and you have Matt Campbell. It's pretty simple to me.
Let's say this to our listeners. We don't want to. I'm not pining for change at Nebraska.
Neither
but
am
it's
I.
We
got to be prepared for it.
But it's a very real conversation. And I will tell you this, the AD at Nebraska has to be prepared.
100%. If you're not, that's just
right.
It's a service to your university and yourself.
He'd be derelict in his duties. I guarantee you he's getting ready.
We've said off the air, PJ Fleck, Matt Campbell, I think obvious 1A, 1B for Nebraska.
Oh, is it obvious?
Yes.
I'm not.
Oh yeah, I'm putting it
in
obvious.
your mind.
I'm putting it obvious
It's
in terms of if you're looking at a Nebraska fan list. If Matt Rule were to depart, again, Cignetti to me is a complete. I love it, but he's not going to come to Nebraska. If he's happy where he's at. Matt Campbell, I could convince him to move. Yeah, he's ready. He's been looking at other jobs for a while.
Stool.
That's the stool.
I don't.
And PJ Fleck, we've talked in the airheads. I think maybe maxed out at Minnesota.
Mm-hmm. Campbell, Fleck, Campbell. I'd go Fleck, Campbell.
Yeah.
And then I have other people on that list too, but we don't need to get on our hot board right now.
No, because we still have a head coach in Nebraska.
Right,
He's 5-1, going to play PJ Fleck on Friday night, Minnesota.
I think, yeah.
We'll get back to Matt Rule.
Interesting time.
Penn State, Nebraska combo in hour 3 next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Hi, I'm Sarai, your personal banker here at Midwest Bank. I'm proud to serve our community in English and in Espanol because everyone deserves a banker who understands them. This Hispanic Heritage Month, we're celebrating the traditions, values, and dreams that make our community strong. Whether you're opening your first account, planning for the future, or growing your business, estoy aquí para ayudarle a alcanzar sus metas. I'm here to help you reach your goals. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Hungry for something real? Come to HF Crave, Lincoln's favorite spot for burgers that are anything but basic. Locally sourced Nebraska beef, hand-cut fries, and bold flavors that'll make your taste buds cheer. Whether you're craving the classics or ready to try something wild, they've got the burger that gets you. HF Crave. Fresh, local, craveable. Find them at 48th and Holdridge or order online at hfcrave.com. Parkview Animal Hospital and Corn Coast Brewing Company invite you to join them October 18th for Ales Helping Tales at Corn Coast Brewery in Lincoln. Enjoy a limited edition brew available at both Corn Coast Brewing locations in Lincoln and Omaha, as a portion of the proceeds will go to support Brave Animal Rescue in their efforts to help find dogs and cats their forever homes. Parkview Animal Hospital will be on location with great raffle prizes and helping bring awareness about pets in need. They hope to see you there. If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com. All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future one week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Imagine hitting rewind on your life 10, even 20 years. With testosterone therapy from Limitless Male, you can turn back the aging clock and get your edge, energy, and confidence back. If you've lost your drive, sleep deprived, muscle loss, belly fat, irritable, you're not the guy you once were. Get your T levels checked at Limitless Male. More and more men are realizing hormone replacement can turn back the clock. Schedule your free consult at limitlessmale.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Boxing is back this Saturday with Brawloween at the Complex. The Midwest's best professional boxers will display their best performances with hometown favorites Clyde Godzilla Johnson and Cody Kerr among the boxers. Get your tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com, where you can live stream this event as well. Nebraska football plays on Friday, so Saturday is open for you to attend or watch. Doors open at 6 p.m. with first bout at 7 p.m. this Saturday, October 18th. It's Brawloween at the Complex, located at 1555 Yolanda Avenue.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, a chance of scattered showers throughout the day. Otherwise, cloudy skies with a high around 67. Tonight, cloudy skies continue with light winds, a low around 61. Tomorrow, we'll see decreasing clouds throughout the day. It'll be breezy, the high near 82. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Wake up, Lincoln.
Good morning. Good morning. It's great to stay up late.
It's time for Early Break, presented by Nebco. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I like Stone.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
And here comes a sandwich from God.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
Hey, somebody grab me a mocha quick, would you?
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 3 on a Tuesday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen with you. Bill Busch had to depart for his speaking engagement for third hour. Third hour, by the way, sponsored by our friends at Nebco.
The Co.
Now hiring at Concrete Industries for precast production laborers. Learn more at concreteindustries.com or at nebcoinc.com. INC. Nebco, INC.
I have an uncomfortable question to ask you.
I like those questions. Usually.
This is uncomfortable, so don't take this wrong. I'm just going to ask it
a
on
personal
the air.
question?
Yeah, a little. Did you make coffee today?
No. Why?
Oh, there it is.
Why?
So I just took a drink of the coffee that was in the pot.
Well, you should have asked the lady at the mill to make you coffee. No, I did not make coffee. You typically never, ever drink the coffee I bring because you have your own McDonald's cup.
Well, what I've been doing is drinking all of my McDonald's, then going to the pot.
Well, here's the deal.
Going to the pot of coffee.
By the Thank you for clear.
Yes.
By the time you have finished your coffee, the mill is operational, and you can get mill coffee.
Well, I just got some mill bread.
So you're saying you're
bread.
drinking cold coffee right now?
I just took a swig of cold coffee. It
It's
was
from yesterday.
horrifying.
It's from yesterday.
Good God.
That's I'm not ashamed about that. I don't.
No, I'm
you know,
not.
Bill drinks about a half a pot of coffee in the morning, so
He drinks a half a pot.
Yeah.
Jeez.
See, I bring my own coffee from home, which is actually I bring some milk coffee. I just make at the house.
Hey, listen to me, okay? I wasn't casting aspersions.
I didn't think so.
I'm merely asking the question.
Yeah, you're fine. 464-5685. Call or text as always. Now, mentioned at the end of the last segment after the game show that we're not pushing Matt Rule out. Matt Rule can be here as long as he wants, as long as he wins. And right?
Right.
Hey, as
long as he wins.
If you go 3-9, no, you can't stay here. You need to go.
Right.
But Matt Rule is obviously a hot target for Penn State, rightfully so.
Yes. We don't want Rule out.
I don't, yeah. The
That's not
stool is not pushing Matt Rule
No,
out. We
not
are just
even
trying to be
close.
prepared that if there is a move made that he leaves, you have to be prepared for the next step.
Can we say can we take a neck before you get to this the text line?
Yeah.
Can we take a step further and say we actually think what he's doing here is working? Can you say that?
Yes.
I can. I do think that.
I think there's some
I think what?
Yeah, there's still some things that need to be resolved. I mean, I think that Matt Rule typically has a really good defensive line, offensive line. I think right now that's still have some work to do.
Well,
there.
the offensive line probably comes off its best game.
Yes, they do. But, they've had some rough games this year. And the defensive line, of course, replacing Nash and Ty has not been easy, as well as Jamari Butler and Prince Will, who moved on to different schools. So that's not easy to fix. But
no. There's not many programs in the country that you would say are operating perfectly right now. Not many at all. So the bottom line is we feel good about the trajectory of the program.
Yes.
Okay.
And I want this topic today. I want this conversation all week long to be about Nebraska versus Minnesota. But unfortunately, there's been a wrench thrown into all this with the firing of James Franklin. And of course, right now on a lot of betting boards, Matt Rule being not just one of, but the top odds to take the job. Get the job.
There was a big wrench thrown into your machine, and it's making weird noises.
It is.
Now.
It's in it. You can't ignore it.
No, you can't.
You have the machine is still putting out the content in terms of the field, the product on the field, but it's getting a weird noise and it's bothering you.
Yeah, there's a knocking noise that's very annoying. This is annoying, right?
Yes, and I think so. I brought up before the break that if there is a move made, if he's not getting fired, if Matt Rule leaves on his own accord to go to Penn State, you have to start thinking about potential replacements. I put out the names which you agreed with of PJ Fleck at Minnesota and Matt Campbell at Iowa State.
I don't disagree at all.
I don't know how anybody can push back on those being viable options for Nebraska, like attainable and viable. It is not a disservice for me to say, hey, these are two guys that they could get. They're guys that definitely would listen, I would think, and I think they'd be decent coaches at Nebraska.
I scribbled down names on Sunday, and Campbell was on that, and I had Leipold on Lance, Leipold on there, I had Zach Taylor on there, but I'm with you on Fleck and Campbell.
And this, again, why this is unfortunate, because this is a 5-1 football team ranked 25th in the country that plays a Friday night game on prime time.
Probably going to be 6-1.
Against Minnesota.
Probably going to be 6-1.
The line has jumped to 8.5 in favor of Nebraska as of this morning. And that's what I would like that to be the conversation.
I know.
And we will talk plenty about Minnesota throughout this week and get going. But if you look at ESPN, CBS Sports, all these places, the main thing it's showing faces of Matt Rule in terms of potential replacements at Penn State.
Let's drive home the point to the breakers. We would love to be sitting here talking about Nebraska's excellent chance to get to 7-1 before it plays USC in what could be an epic game. Oh, God, that's what we'd want. But a wrench was thrown into it on Sunday when the news came. When the news came that James Franklin was fired, everybody that follows this program knew this is a problem.
And by the way, I speak on behalf of the entire Nebraska media, sports media, all of us. No one's going to apologize for these conversations if Rule stays, because it has to be talked about.
Yeah, of course.
It would be a disservice to anybody if nobody across the state of Nebraska was talking about the potential of Rule moving on.
Rule is not a long shot for Penn State.
He's a favorite.
He's not a long shot by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, I would call him the favorite for that job.
But I brought up the names, and you agree with PJ Fleck and Matt Campbell if there's a move. And no surprise, there's extreme pushback. People in this area just do not like PJ Fleck.
Okay, now how much of the pushback is simply the result of Nebraska playing him this week, so you're just a victim of bad timing? If you would have said PJ Fleck in 3 weeks, I think the conversation might be different.
Sure.
You play him this week.
You play him on Friday night.
Yeah, nobody.
PJ Fleck, you point out, has won 5 straight games against Nebraska. He's caused you some major problems.
5 straight against Nebraska. Okay, he's been a thorn, and we all know what he is. What he is in my mind right away. And this now you could basically frame this up as now we're just talking about this game against Nebraska at 7 p.m. on Friday night at Huntington Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. I am telling you, he's a great game manager. He manages the game as well as any coach in the Big Ten. He's a game manager. He doesn't call plays. He has a great feel for his team. He manages clock exceptionally well.
PJ?
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
he does.
yes.
Everyone I know PJ Fleck is a different breed of person. He's an odd dude. He's a high energy guy, row the boat, ski you all that stuff. He is high energy. So is Matt Rule. Matt Rule's high energy, right?
Rule's high energy.
Don't we like that fact about Matt Rule? He's high energy.
I love that about Rule.
Like Scott Frost, not high energy, pretty low energy.
No.
Didn't have it.
Low T.
Felt like it on the sidelines, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm not saying that Scott Frost has low T, but compared to Matt Rule in terms of how they operate,
figuratively, not literally.
Just figuratively talk. Yeah,
it's not.
We're not judging. Not literal low T, but to compare. So Fleck, and we've talked to him at media days before. In Chicago and Indianapolis, and Fleck is just he's almost infectious at times, in a good infectious. And people have always said,
infectious.
I hear from people a lot. They say, I hated Fleck when they hired him, but then over the years they've just grown to respect him because
you said the key thing.
He's consistently won, right? Not at a high level, but 8-9 wins a year. At Minnesota.
There's a maturity has to enter into the conversation in these situations. Can't you just please, not you, but anybody? I don't like. I always am. I don't want to hear I don't like him. It doesn't matter. This isn't 7th grade. Do you respect him?
Thank you.
Do you respect him?
And if you don't respect him, tell me why.
Yeah, I don't care if you don't like his personality or the way he dresses. Who cares about any of that? Do you respect him as a coach? Do you respect him as a man? There's a lot of guys I don't want to hang out with, but I respect.
Sure.
A lot. Most. Respect is what matters, not do I like him? Do I want to take a car ride with him? I don't know. It's do I respect him? And I respect Fleck. And I respect what he's done at Minnesota.
Here's some response here on PJ Fleck by himself here. Here we go. Ryan in Delaware says, yuck. Okay, Elisa's dad says, I cannot stand the human that PJ Fleck is.
Why can't you stand the human?
Explain that one to me, Elisa's dad. Downtown Scott, I've hated PJ Fleck since the day I was born.
You
didn't know him the day you were born, downtown.
I just wonder how much of that hatred is just a personality issue. I mean, what is it? Why do you hate him? Why would you hate him? Why would you hate him?
Brett, Minnesota says, Rule is genuine. PJ Fleck is a phony. As a Minnesota resident now, PJ at Nebraska would be my worst nightmare. Someone says, Fleck and Campbell, good coaches, but I think you're aiming too low.
Okay,
then what's the take? Okay,
Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin. Is Lane Kiffin attainable? Again, ties to Nebraska. His dad obviously was a Husker here, former coach, a player at Nebraska.
Yeah, his brother coached here, Chris Kiffin.
Chris Kiffin.
Yeah, good job, Jake.
I mean, Ole Miss is a top 5 team right now in the country. Why would you leave that though to come to Nebraska?
My guess is no.
Like, is that reasonable? Is it possible? I suppose yes. I don't know why you leave when they're doing very well to just jump to Nebraska.
What about guys who don't have a job right now? Are there any guys like that? Jimbo, Ed Orgeron, Gruden. Are you looking at anybody like that?
I say no to Gruden. Everyone talks about John Gruden. And listen, John Gruden I love the guy. I love watching his content. He is so entertaining. I just don't think that I can go with him in college football.
Okay, at this point, are we getting pushback that we're even discussing this matter?
Well, sure, but that's why this is so unfortunate. That I repeat, this week should be completely about, hey, Nebraska's 5-1. You're ranked 25th. Minnesota, you have a chance to be bowl eligible by mid-October. But unfortunately, with the wrench being thrown, the whole conversation is now shifted because this is the story of college football. Penn State's opening is the story of college football.
And your head coach in Nebraska happens to be the clubhouse leader in all of the discussions.
And if he stays,
he didn't exactly pour cold water on it yesterday.
Right. We played the audio in the 6 o'clock hour. He did not say, I'm staying at Nebraska. He said, I love it here, but also I love Penn State. I love Pat Kraft.
He can't say, this is Sipple's opinion. He can't come out and say, I'm staying at Nebraska. He can't do that. You know why? Because if he gets offered, my guess is he'll take it at Penn State. He can't say he's staying. If he does, it's hard to trust him, right? Guys do that, though, by the way. They'll say they're staying right up till the moment they leave. I sort of respect Rule for not doing that. They'll say, I'm staying here. I'm not leaving until the moment they leave. We've seen it. I think we saw Saban do that, didn't we?
Yes.
Didn't you see him do that at Miami? Didn't you see them do it at Miami?
Yeah. Mr. Worldwide, this is not Pitbull, but Mr. Worldwide in Fallbrook says, hold the phone.
Okay.
Matt Rule is 6 points away from being on the hot seat at Nebraska.
I know.
And we're saying that, why is everyone's jumping to say that we got to keep him at all costs? Nebraska nearly lost to Cincinnati in the opener. They win by 3. Big pick by Hartsock to clinch the game. And, of course, almost lost to Maryland this past weekend.
That's college football right now. I mean,
it is. But you know what? Almost you're 5-1. The record is what matters. You're 5-1.
Right. And, I mean, you can switch it up. I mean, Franklin just 3 weeks ago was in double overtime. And if they win that game, then what? Are they the number 1 team in the country?
Probably. They led in overtime. They're up by 7 in regular overtime.
So
Oregon had a 4th down in overtime to convert.
It's very fickle, and I get where the person in Fallbrook understand completely.
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide, I understand exactly where you're coming from, and you're not wrong at all. It's odd. It's very odd. I even Rule saying yesterday we're on a roll. Yeah, kind of on a roll, but you're 5-1. But I get it. It's that's the way college football is largely now with all the parity.
And friend of the show, former Nebraska AD Bill Moose, always said he had a list of potential coaches like at any given time, because sometimes it could be a scandal. You got to fire somebody, or they just move on. You have to be prepared, and that's what Nebraska has to do right now.
I think 99% of ADs have a list ready to roll.
And so we mentioned Lane Kiffin. That'd be a phenomenal hire. Again, top 5 coach right now, top 5 team in the country at Ole Miss. Almost lost to Wazoo this weekend, which was not a great game, but they won. And names people bring up, Alex Golish at South Florida has had a great year this year. USF
under the radar.
Jeff Traylor would not be popular here at UTSA. Under the radar. I don't go that direction.
I mean, I'm not going to dismiss anybody that I don't really know. Like Traylor might be really good. I don't want to dismiss people that I don't know much about. I don't know much about Traylor. I've seen his teams. They're good. Well,
I think it'd be hilarious if Matt Rule's out there listening this morning. He's probably cackling, saying, "Yeah, I'm sticking around." He knows he's either staying or he's going. He's just listening to all this talk about who's going to replace him if he leaves, and maybe he knows I'm not leaving.
The Stool has made clear that we believe in the trajectory that Rule has the program.
Our preference is that he stays.
Right.
We are not pushing him out. We would like it if he pushes it away and say, I'm sticking around in Nebraska. We believe in what he is doing here. Yes.
I mean,
make sure it's very clear.
We also have to make very clear that we understand this situation, why Rule would go to Penn State. We understand. This is alma mater. It's where he met his wife. He's friends with the AD. It's crazy to think to me, it's crazy. Now, this is where people will disagree. But to me, it's crazy to think he wouldn't take the job. That's what I think. Of course he's going to take that job.
Mm-hmm.
It's where he's from. He went to school and he went to high school and State College. The lure of home is strong. Right?
That's what's why in this note, Bird says, could he be working Troy for more money? I mean,
I don't believe that.
His contract is already going up. Like, you look at this, the numbers go up to $12 million, right?
A lot of people wrote yesterday
that
Rule was in a leverage play. They don't. I think that's uninformed.
Stop being in denial.
Right.
The man attended Penn State University.
Right.
I grew up there.
I think if you write that, you're uninformed. That's what I think.
It's a little bit delusion and denial.
Delusion.
Right? Both of them.
Yeah. Well,
and he could stay. And if he stays, you can't get mad at us because this is the talking point across the country. But
he went to high school in State College. He walked on at Penn State. He loved his experience there. He said, I love it there. God, come on. It's like Frost. Now, I would also say this. Cautionary tale, Frost. I would say this to 100%. Rule. I would say to Rule. Frost went to his alma mater and what was perceived as a dream job, which was not a dream job for Frost. It was not. He didn't regard it that way. And I don't mean he didn't regard it that way after the fact. I know Frost.
Yes.
I talked to Frost a lot before the fact.
100%.
And it wasn't his dream job. There was a lot of hesitancy on Frost's part to take that job. I don't see this situation as the same with Rule, but I would say to Rule, be careful. Be careful.
Yeah.
You're going to your alma mater. That can be kind of tricky, but that's where we're at. It's where we're at.
It's where we're at.
It's really, you're right.
It's a bizarre week.
We would love to be sitting here talking about Nebraska growing as a program, having a great shot to be 6-1, a great shot to be 7-1. And wow, this is what we've been hoping for a long time. And now here comes the wrench. The wrench came.
It's loud. It's clanking around. It's
clanking around. It is. And I'm afraid.
You're trying to stay focused, but you hear this.
Now, this is where you can help me out. And I wrote this today. I don't think the clanking's going away anytime soon. I think we got weeks of clanking.
And that's why it's going to be impressive if they continue to win games. If as this affects everything. The locker room hears it. And so if they can beat Minnesota, beat Northwestern, be 7-1 before the USC game, and then somehow win that game, and you have all this noise.
See,
kudos to everybody involved with it for keeping their heads straight.
I hope the noise subsides as days go forward, but this is now, again, we're talking this out. The media world is weird now. There's a lot of media, and there's a lot of rogue media. I'm afraid there'll be odd reports that come out, and that they'll have to be either shot down or just dealt with in some fashion. I don't know what form those reports would take. I just don't think this is going to be. What form could it take? Oh, Rule's taking the job. A source says,
and be prepared for that.
Yeah. A source says he has taken the PSU job. No, then Rule shoots it down. No, I haven't. That's the kind of stuff that's going to happen.
By the way, before we get to break, off note of that, I mentioned Bill Moose.
Bill Moose.
Iowa Husker Tom says, any word on the Bill Moose book?
Yes.
That's supposed to come out in July.
I wrote about this in our Tunnel Talk thing on Husker Online. Yeah, I talked to Moose last week. He's saying before they want it out before Christmas.
Okay, so that's a 6-month pushback then.
Yeah.
Wasn't it supposed to be in July?
Yeah, July or August.
It happens.
Oh yeah, in the book, he told me a fabulous story. Just he was reading parts of the book to me the other day, and he wouldn't mind me saying this. His initial meeting with Frost, remember how they met in Philadelphia, didn't go well. This is the kind of stuff that's going to be in the book. It's really fascinating. That meeting did not go well.
I'm going to buy a copy.
Oh God, I guarantee it. You'll be freaked out by some of it. That alone is captivating. That first meeting didn't go well. So we'll just leave it at that. Can I say that?
Yes. Reminder: computer hardware, 70th. Go see Trip on the team. Also in Kearney, Hastings, GI, the Apple Store of Nebraska. 45 years in operation. We'll have more next. Early break of the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Presented by Nevco on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Gary Michaels Clothier's 42nd anniversary sale is happening now. Our entire new fall inventory of suits, sport coats, sweaters, slacks, outerwear, footwear, all now marked up to 42% off. Don't miss your opportunity to save big on brands like Marcello, Bugatti, Jack Victor, Heritage Gold, Alberto, and Zanella. It's Gary Michaels' 42nd anniversary sale going on now through October 18th. Gary Michaels Clothier's 56th and Pine Lake, right here in Lincoln.
Hello, Husker fans. Stop into Zollner Ford of Beatrice for all your automotive needs. Whether new or used, car, truck, crossover, SUV, or EV, we've got them. Shop our ever-changing specials at ZollnerofBeatrice.com or give us a call today and go Big Red. We are Zollner Ford of Beatrice, Nebraska's volume dealer with the hometown service you expect.
If the power is out, traffic lights might be too. If you come across a dark intersection, treat it like a four-way stop. See more tips at les.com/safety.
Hi, Sean Callahan here, and I've got some great news for you. Copple Chevrolet GMC is proud to be the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln metros. Copple is also celebrating its 50th anniversary. We want to say thank you to all of our customers that have helped us reach these milestones. So come see why so many customers, including myself, are choosing Copple Chevrolet GMC for their automotive needs. Please check us out at copplecars.com.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, a chance of scattered showers throughout the day. Otherwise, cloudy skies with a high around 67. Tonight, cloudy skies continuing with light winds, a low around 61. Tomorrow, we'll see decreasing clouds throughout the day. It'll be breezy, the high near 82. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket, and theticketfm.com.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Nutrition Authority invites you to check out the all-new Epic Effects. Epic Effects is designed to blast body fat, curb cravings, and provide the smooth energy to get you through the day. Home of free samples and better than internet pricing, Epic Effects can only be found at Nutrition Authority. For store info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You know what, Sip? I'm in a giving mood today.
Oh,
giving.
you are, huh?
Yeah, giving mood.
Okay. What's that mean?
You want a chance at $1,000 of cold, hard cash?
Oh,
Does that
God.
sound good to you?
Oh, God, yes.
How's that sound?
That sounds good.
That sound ideal?
Ideal.
Well, here's the deal. Get your phones out right now. Text this number, 508-777-1000. Again, that number, 508-777-1000. Today's word, bank. B-A-N-K. Text the word bank. Again, B-A-N-K to the number 508-777-1000 for your chance to win $1,000 tomorrow, given away around noon. Again, keyword bank, 508-777-1000. Cash Blitz. Also on the website at theticketfm.com with a logo there.
This is not a trick. This is not a scam. This is real.
Trying to give you money.
Yes.
We're very generous people.
Yes.
We are. Quickly off note from the situation for Nebraska.
What?
I did mention in winners and losers today that the biggest loser was Brian Callahan, fired by the Titans.
Callahan.
Very disturbing trend for 4 straight years of the top overall pick as a quarterback. Let's go back to 2021. This is now 4 straight occasions, Sip, where the number 1 overall pick, when it has been a quarterback, has had their head coach fired during their rookie season.
Ooh, God.
In 2021, Trevor Lawrence was a rookie with the Jags, with Urban Meyer at the helm, fired after 14 games that year. 2023, Bryce Young, rookie with the Panthers. Frank Reich was fired early in that season, like only a couple games in.
So Bryce Young, and the first one again was Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence with Trevor Lawrence with
not Blake Lawrence.
that's
Trevor
a former Nebraska linebacker.
Trevor Lawrence, Bryce Young, and then who else?
Caleb Williams last year was a rookie with the Bears.
Okay.
Matt Eberflus fired after the Thanksgiving game, the loss to the Lions when they just had horrendous clock management issues. He was rightfully so fired.
Okay.
And then this year, Cam Ward, number 1 overall pick. Brian Callahan fired just 6 games into the season.
And now each of those quarterbacks are actually now experiencing some level of success.
Yes, Trevor Lawrence under he had Doug Peterson, so they fired now 2 coaches. This is the 3rd coach for Trevor Lawrence. He went from Urban Meyer to Doug Peterson to now Liam Cohen.
Okay.
Frank Reich again, and in Carolina, it's Dave Canales is the coach there. He was right after Reich, anyways.
It's Bryce Young
And Ben Johnson with the Bears.
Caleb Williams.
He's looked better this year. Now we'll see what happens with the Titans, but that
Cam
offense,
Ward.
we pointed out that offense has been horrific for quite some time. Even with Mike Vrabel, ever since Derrick Henry left, they have been awful offensively.
Is Cam Ward playing okay?
He's been respectable. I mean, nothing crazy. Again, they're scoring very low amount of points per game.
You would say, though, that Trevor Lawrence has kind of found his stride.
Looks pretty. I mean, they didn't have a great game against the Seahawks in their loss on Sunday, but he's been good this year. Yeah.
Bryce Young is coming on.
Bryce Young has been helped out by a great offensive line and a good run game, so his passing has been better this year.
And then
And Caleb Williams has had a better year under Ben Johnson, just 5 games in.
the counsel to your young quarterbacks is get ready. You'll probably have multiple coaches. The Andy Reid Mahomes marriage is rare.
Uncommon.
Yeah.
Belichick, Brady doesn't happen very often.
Right. How many coaches has Tua had?
He's had two. He had
two.
Brian Flores did not like him. That was one. He did not like Tua at all.
Flores didn't like Tua, or Tua didn't like Flores?
It was both ways, but Flores hated him. Didn't want them to draft him.
Why?
He just thought he was, he's basically right. He thought he was kind of weak, so to speak, mentally and physically. It's well documented that Brian Flores was really harmful to the development early on of Tua. He did not like him as a quarterback. Okay. That's why he chose Ryan Fitzpatrick to play over him. And Fitzpatrick was fun to watch. He's a good quarterback.
Football's rough.
Gunslinger, but fun. And then, of course, Mike McDaniel. So he will have a new coach next year if he's still in Miami, both of them. But it's great. He was not number one. He was number 5 overall pick. That's why he's not in this conversation.
And we can't say who the top quarterback will be in this draft. We cannot say.
No,
that. You cannot.
I don't think it's a very good year for quarterbacks.
No,
I mean, think about the guys you talked about. You talked about Kay Klubnik, bad year. Drew Aller, bad year and hurt. Mendoza's been okay.
Mendoza's going to have a chance.
Good, but
I thought Dante Moore was the best quarterback in college football until he struggled against Indiana.
Who's playing elite football at quarterback? Nobody is. Simpson at Alabama's been pretty good.
Yeah, Ty Simpson's probably as close as it gets.
Like Stockton at Georgia, they don't put up points at all.
No, you can't say Stockton. Ohio State's number 1, but it's not because of Julian saying.
No. The Big Ten, who's
Carson Beck. Hello,
he's been pretty good. Yeah, Carson Beck's been good this year.
Yeah, but no, it's not a great quarterback here.
No, it is a rough year for sure for quarterback. The spillover is next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Presented by NIPCO on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Hello, Husker fans. Stop into Zollner Ford Beatrice for all your automotive needs. Whether new or used, car, truck, crossover, SUV, or EV, we've got them. Shop our ever-changing specials at ZollnerofBeatrice.com or give us a call today and go Big Red. We are Zollner Ford Beatrice, Nebraska's volume dealer with the hometown service you expect.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Do you want boots that actually feel good on your feet? Meindl delivers premium German-engineered comfort, brought to you right here from Nebraska. Built tough for trails, fields, and everyday wear, and backed by Meindl's Comfort Promise, so you can try them on with confidence. Use promo code THETICKET at MeindlUSA.com, spelled MEINDL, for free shipping. That's MeindlUSA.com. Meindl, comfort you have to feel to believe.
Looking for someone to clean out your gutters or aerate your yard this fall? Call Isaac at Woida Outdoor Solutions today at 402-607-9154. Get your gutters clean today with a phone call to Woida Outdoor Solutions at 402-607-9154.
From the capital to castles, starting this December, fly nonstop from Lincoln to Orlando with service from Breeze Airways. That's right, nonstop flights to Orlando out of LNK are starting this December. You're now just a flight away from Disney World, Universal Studios, Legoland, and the Space Coast. Stretch out and relax on Breeze with complimentary family seating. Book your magical getaway now at LincolnAirport.com. LNK, make flying easy.
Harvest season is here, and Acres has discounted many of our late model John Deere combines. Get thousands in discounts and upgrade now. Plus, you could save even more with interest rates starting as low as 1.9% on select units. Low interest rates combined with our huge discounts, there's not a better time to buy. Visit acres.com for all the details. That's AKRS.com. Restrictions apply. Offer ends September 30th, 2025. Subject to approved financing. Offer may change at any time without notice.
Boxing is back this Saturday with Brawloween at the Complex. The Midwest's best professional boxers will display their best performances with hometown favorites Clyde Godzilla Johnson and Cody Kerr among the boxers. Get your tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com, where you can live stream this event as well. Nebraska football plays on Friday, so Saturday is open for you to attend or watch. Doors open at 6 p.m. with first bout at 7 p.m. this Saturday, October 18th. It's Brawloween at the Complex, located at 1555 Yolanda Avenue.
Hey guys, it's Carly from Buick Farm Outfitters. Now that we're into harvest, it's time to think about what's next on each of your fields. For some, that means cover crops. Whether it's to help with weed pressure or erosion control, boost soil health, or if you need something for cow chow, we can help. We're seeding everything from simple rye covers to more exotic mixes and even winter wheat. So if you're shorthanded and don't feel like you can get anything seeded, just give us a call and we can help. Find us at BoyckFarmOutfitters.com to get in touch. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Get geared up for savings like you've never seen before during Elway Days. Their biggest sale of the year runs October 14th through the 18th, when every red tagged machine is priced at invoice plus $300. That's it. No freight, no setup, no extra fees. Don't miss out on these epic savings. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered all under one roof with a large selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, motorcycles, and personal watercraft at their 27th and I-80 location.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover, sponsored by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One Love reminder. Even though we, have talked at length about coaching and who could go where if Matt Rule leaves for Penn State. Hey, there's a game this week, and today you'll hear from Dana Holgerson and John Butler at media. You'll be there, Sip.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess that'll kind of help just to have
to
two
get back
guys
to
there that aren't
football of this season.
Yeah, have two guys there that aren't. There's not rampant speculation about them leaving for another job. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward.
What's on your mind with those guys today?
Oh, Dylan. I mean, Dylan on as
About
far as
the three
Holgerson goes.
picks.
Yeah, what that picture looked like to Dana, but also not just the 3 picks, the comeback and what that could do.
Yeah, that's positives. He won the game.
Yeah, they had 2 80-plus yard drives late in that game. And then Butler. It was an odd game. I went in hoping that Nebraska would shut down Maryland's run the way they shut down Michigan State's, but I think the conversation got complicated because they didn't play the same. You can't play Maryland the same as you do Michigan State because of Maryland's talent on the edges, their skill talent. You had to, frankly, be mindful of getting beat deep a lot. That you really didn't have to worry as much about against Michigan State. So I think Nebraska played it differently. And then the way they played it led them to be a little susceptible to the run game. And Maryland dinged them. But Nebraska won. So I don't know. I'd like to ask, but we didn't talk about, but Willis McGay, he's redshirting. Probably a question about that. McGahee was number 2 on the depth chart going into the Maryland.
Yes, he was.
I mean, He was number 2. He had played a lot of snaps against Akron, Houston Christian, but wasn't getting a lot of time because they brought in Deshaun McCullough at his position. And, that can be a tough adjustment for a kid. Because if you think about last year, the thinking was, okay, McGahee will be the jack linebacker. He'll be the guy on the edge.
He looked good last year, too. He made some big plays in the bowl game also in late season.
Good player. So he was probably thinking what everybody else was thinking. I'm going to be the guy. Well, the portal had other plans. And here comes
as it does.
Yeah, and here comes a kid. Highly paid. You're going to pay a lot of money to Deshaun McCullough coming out of Oklahoma, and he's been good. He
has been good. That's it for us. The Drive is next. We will see you guys tomorrow.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Presented by NIPCO on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open